Alrighty. You know what actually is this? Okay. It's not muted though. There we go. Okay. Got it. Sorry about that. Alright. More FBI, open up! Thank you for that. How you doing, Ro? What's up? You waited? I can see that. Alright, so we were in the middle of a couple of side quests, I think. You tired? Why are you tired? Everything okay? You'll side quest to nap. Okay, Taste of Crossbow, Stranger Danger, that is... Chief Tolta was Armorica? Oh yeah, Chief Tolta, yeah. Okay. And we have Old Mind, okay. Taste of Crossbow. So we basically need to go around. We did Belgard. There's Mains that we have to eat at. Armorica, Tangram, St. Ursula, and is there actually, let's do, St. Ursula is definitely a interesting one today, considering we know, Arios is there. As Crossbow becomes independent, we're likely to see a major overhaul to the criminal justice system, one that's far less forgiving than it is now. I bet they do a pretty good job of reducing the number of cases we get of foreigners crossing into our borders to break the law. That's if we become independent, of course. Yes, independence. Very hot topic right now. Cryptid was spotted in Nox Forest recently. Two bracers named Lynn and Aeolia went to exterminate it, but were unable to track it down. That's where the CGF holds their survival training, so we're closing the grounds as a precaution until the situation is under control. Even those of us at the Academy know that independence would have a major impact on our future as police officers. If nothing else, a lot of cadets are rooting for it to happen so that the police force can grow as an organization. I just want it to happen because I love Crossbow. So... St. Ursula's it is. Hello and welcome to St. Ursula Medical College. If you're hoping to see Dr. Salen, I just saw her head to the courtyard a bit ago. She's spending more and more time there these days. A lot has been on her mind, I'm sure. And then we can actually go and, deal with the main story stuff. Let me guess, the mayor's proposal has been the talk of the town, right? Independence? Now there's a dream every crossbow has had for who knows how long. Personally, I'm all in favor of it. Everyone believed the surgery would be a success with Dr. Salen at the helm, but maybe current medical technology just isn't enough to restore Shizuku's vision. Dr. Salen? Oh, hello. My apologies, I need some time alone to think. The result of Shizuku's operation must be hitting her especially hard. Yeah, she was the surgeon in charge of the procedure after all. I also need to catch more fish. Let's see, 21, I believe. Do I have everything I need for the, what's it called? Fisherman's Duels. I think one of them had a bunch of weird, one weird fish we had to catch, which I believe I have. Yeah, that. Piraruku. I think the Pale Salamander is big enough. Any other fish that are like 140? No. And then I believe the other one was noble carp, which I caught at the thing, the like fisherman's hut. So I don't think I actually need to catch anymore. Well, let's see what's going on at St. Ursula's. Hey there, and welcome to Le Lecture. Can I help you to a meal? Sort of. We're from the CPD Special Support Section. We're here about a request we received. The SSS explained their mission to gather gourmet recommendations. Oh, right, the gourmet guide. Someone from the CNS did get in touch with me about that. There's just one problem. What do you mean? The dish I'm offering needs a lot of time to cook properly, and unfortunately, I just plumb ran out. So sorry, I'm afraid you're going to have to wait until I've whipped up another round. That's a bad break for us, but if there's no dish, there's no dish. Pardon me, how much time will it take before a new batch is ready? Let's see, I just started a new one last night, so... should be done about 48 hours from now. Come see me the day after next and I'll hook you up. It simmers for 3 whole days. Those must be some rich flavors you're drawing out. I look forward to tasting the final product. Oh, you're gonna love it. Just don't forget to drop by again once it's done. Okay. So... what is the quest on? Oh, it's a lot. Yeah, that'll be fine. I noticed that Layton is always off helping out with surgeries or making rounds around the hospital. He's on a completely different level than a freshman like me. Layton has been working at 100 Selgan hours since what happened to his last supervisor. It's driving him half to death. You need to remember to be patient. The only way to improve is to study, study, and study some more. I guess. Arias McLean was on pins and needles the entire time Shizuku was in the OR. Worried, absolutely sick, no doubt. Everyone in Crossbone knows and worships him as a hero, the Divine Blade of Wind. But in the end, he's still only human. Seeing him in that state, it dawned on me that he was just like any other loving father worried for his daughter. Mifu was tearing up bad the day Michael was discharged from the hospital, so I lent her my big hanky. I thought it worked at first, but she stopped crying, but then I realized she was giving me a really nasty stare. I mean, what kind of thanks is that? And she didn't even give it back to me afterwards. What? Okay, where's the other side of the story at? Probably do that last. Concerned Doge. Watching Michael frantically wave his hand goodbye as he left the hospital had me in tears. Sarone silently offered me a handkerchief when she noticed. It was surprisingly considerate. Or so I thought. Upon closer inspection, I realized she actually handed me my favorite scarf that I thought I'd lost. Had I not been such an emotional wreck, I would have laid into Sarone right then and there. Okay. Makes sense. Shizuka's condition is a complex case that straddles the line between 3 disciplines: surgery, internal medicine, and neurology. Some may think recovering her vision to be impossible, but so long as it isn't totally impaired, I believe she still has a chance. Though in that sense, chasing after such a faint hope may ultimately be more painful than giving up altogether. Nevertheless, if the McLeans have the courage to continue fighting, then so do I. Dr. Belding's exam are so thorough and considerate. It's a great comfort being in the hands of St. Ursula's capable staff. I'm too young to be stuck in a hospital like this, not to mention too pretty. Humble, too. And it's for throwing up my back of all things. Gah, I feel like an old biddy. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. I was standing around all down at the dumps over Shizuku's surgery when out of nowhere Martha gave me a whap on the butt. Huh? Oh. No, wrong reaction. It scared me half to death. And did she have to do it so hard? I can still feel the sting of her hand. I have to admit, though, it's like she slapped all the doom and gloom right out of me. I'm feeling a lot more ready to seize the day now. Spirits are low among the staff and faculty right now. It's understandable after how invested the entire hospital was in Shizuku's recent surgery. However, that's no excuse for these sullen expressions we're wearing. There are other patients who need us. Times like these are precisely when we need to give them hope. That's what I always say. Morale at the hospital has been at an all-time low since Shizuku's operation. Still, that's just all the more reason we nurses have to keep a smile on our faces. You're right, having Kia in our lives has taught us just how powerful a good smile can be. I'm sure you can provide the same pick-me-up for the patients, Cecile. Yes, if anyone can melt their worries away, it's you. That's kind of you to say. The hospital may be down on morale, but Shizuku's still holding out hope. We owe it to her to do the same. I don't think the results of Shizuku's surgery were all bad. There's some glimmer of hope to be found there. The fact that her eyesight recovered even a little bit is a step in the right direction. We're getting closer now. I just know it. Now isn't the time for St. Ursula to falter. I'm only in for a simple operation. It shouldn't be long before I'm in fine fettle again. Still, being away from home has me worried about the rest of my family is doing. I hope my husband is taking good care of the kids, or at least making sure they get their 3 square meals a day. You have nothing but free time on your hands when you're stuck in a hospital gown. Mayhaps I'll marathon one of those books I brought along with me. There's no book on the shelf right now. Oh, sad. I heard there's a long wait for first-time visits. This is probably going to take a while. Nothing like being in a hospital waiting room all day. At my last checkup, I was told to cut back on my sweets intake. They said my body would pay for it if I didn't, so here I am trying to change up my lifestyle. But they're just so good. Even now, I'll gravitate to the sugary stuff before I realize it. I need to be more careful. Shizuku has gone through several surgeries in our attempt to restore her vision, but none have been successful, even though we have the finest doctors on the continent. I can only imagine the anguish she and Mr. McLean are going through. I saw a couple of doctors having an argument in front of the exam room. Come to think of it, a lot of the staff here seem on edge. Did something happen? I commute to the hospital quite a bit. The doctors here are surgical experts. That fact alone is enough to give me peace of mind. This is bad. I can feel a pall of gloom settling over the staff. We had high hopes that Shizuku's surgery would succeed. Moping about it won't solve anything, but it's hard not to be discouraged. Shizuku's most recent surgery relied on a groundbreaking new procedure developed by Dr. Sayland. Interest for this new method among medical community is high. I'd say we regained some of the respect we lost since last spring's incident. That being said, now is no time for celebration. The operation was hardly a success after all. Dr. Sayland's surgical technique is flawless on paper, nothing short of revolutionary in the field of healthcare. So what went wrong? Could the operation have failed due to your incompetence? You pompous son of a... If anyone's at fault, it's you. You're the least experienced person there. What did you just say? You want a piece of me? I'll let you off easy. This time. Likewise. Well, this is some good news. Your condition has improved greatly since the time you were first admitted here, Mr. Quinn. Are you sure? Yes, though we still need to keep tabs on your progress from here on out. Still, at least you won't have to be hospitalized again. Isn't that great, Grandpa? You're healthy now, and you don't have to stay in the hospital again, either. Yes, it's wonderful. You never know what they could tell you, so I've been reluctant to get checked up. Who'd have thought it'd end up like this? It's all thanks to Misa. I'm so happy for you, Grandpa. I knew your medicine was working. All I had to do was make you take it. Shizuku's operation had the most advanced medical devices and cutting-edge surgical techniques on the continent. Yet it still failed. It's so damn frustrating. I don't want it to end like this. Shizuku put all her faith in us. We can't just give up now. I know the surgery wasn't a success, but I think the doctors did everything that they could. Don't get me wrong, it's a shame that Shizuku's vision hasn't been restored, and I'm not saying it's a lost cause. But if you ask me, the doctors shouldn't blame themselves over it. There's no sense in letting it bring them down. Let's go see Shizuku. I'm told the SSF had taken on the cryptid investigation. My apologies. Such matters are typically under Bracer jurisdiction, but with me being away from the guild right now... Knock it off. You don't need to worry about that. It's still a joint investigation, not like my kids are biting off more than they can chew. Trust them to take care of things for today, at least. So you say. Come on, you know as well as anyone how much they've grown this year. Besides, you should be enjoying this time together while you have it. You don't get to do this nearly enough. If you ask me, a dad's place at times like these is right beside his daughter. I mean your dad, Sergey. Thank you, Chief. That's very kind of you. Pardon us. The SSS? What are you guys doing here? I told him I'd be coming alone since he was supposed to be busy today. Sorry about that, Chief. We wanted to check in on Suzuku ourselves. Hey, her eyes are open though. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you for visiting, SSS. Oh, Shizuku, I've never seen you with your eyes open like that. Does that mean your sight is back? No, not exactly. Dr. Salen did everything that she could as the operating surgeon. On paper, the procedure was a success, but her vision has not fully recovered. All that has returned thus far is her ability to perceive light around her. That's so. I am sorry to hear that. Don't worry about me, everyone. I'm okay. But since you're all here, would it be alright for us to take a walk to the roof together, Father? That'd be nice. I was just starting to think it's a little crowded in here. We could all use some fresh air. But Shizuku just had surgery. Shouldn't she be taking it easy? The doctor said her condition is stable, so long as she isn't exposed to too strong light for an extended period of time. Seeing as today is a little overcast, there shouldn't be any issue with taking her outside. I'll inform the staff. Would you all help Shizuku out of bed and make sure she's ready to go? So, the Divine Blade of Wind has a soft spot for his darling little girl. Add him to the list, I suppose. He's always like that. Father is a kind man once you get to know him. Yeah, and now we can go for a little jog, skip, and walk with the guy. For a little jog, skip, and walk with the guy. We're up for it. I'm excited already. Watch your step, Shizuku. I will, Father. The breeze is so nice, and the sunlight is so warm. I almost forgot how bright it could get. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Shizuku. Now that I think about it, Arios did mention something about you being able to receive light again. I'm still not able to make out any details, but yes, that's right. I can sense how bright it is now, almost like there's a white haze all around me. A white haze? I think I can imagine it. Your eyes know there's light there, but it's not the same as having vision. Oh, you don't have to be sad for my sake, everyone. I'm very happy with how well the surgery went. You are? Well, at first I was upset that I didn't get all of my eyesight back, of course. At that point, I started giving up hope that I was ever going to get better. Shizuku. But after thinking about it, I realized that this was the first treatment I've ever had that it's made this much progress. That means my eyes can still get better, even if it takes a long time. It gave me a reason to believe again. Plus, I don't want to let down Father, Kia, and everyone at the hospital who's been supporting me. So I'm not gonna give up. I want to continue my treatment. Shizuku, you're amazing. Not everyone has that kind of strength. Well, I don't know if I'd call it strong. I still need everyone's help. Without Father here to pay my hospital bills for me, I don't know what I'd do. As long as you haven't given up, I'll support you for as long as it takes. So don't worry about that, Shizuku. Just focus on getting better for us. That's exactly what your mother will want too. You're right, Father. Thank you. I know Mother is with the goddess, watching over us, so I'll keep doing my best to make a recovery for you and her both. Kid's got some fire in her belly, eh? Hey, Arios? No question who her daddy is. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? I'd say she gets it from her mother, if anything. It's almost time for us to return to your room. Shizuku, doctor's orders. Oh, yes, of course. We'll walk you back inside. Afterward, Lloyd and the others enjoyed a few moments of light conversation in Shizuku's hospital room. Alright, I should be getting back to work. You two enjoy your father-daughter time, Arios. Much appreciated, Sergei. We'll see you tonight, Chief. Will do. I'll be expecting to hear all about your cryptid investigation. With the Divine Blade of Wind here taking some time off, this is your chance to close the gap. Divine what? Later, guys. Wait, what did he say? The Divine Blade of... I'd have to go back and reread that. Thank you for coming, Chief. I can't believe he said that with the man himself in the room. Okay, I'm curious... Wait. Right. Oh, Divine Dad of Wind here. Oh my god. With the Divine Dad of Wind here taking some time off. Who else do we know who could get away with that? Well, he is my former superior. I can afford him a little bit of leeway. Nevertheless, he was correct. I hope you have no objections to investigating the cryptids for today. I plan to be back to work first thing tomorrow. Until then, lend your aid to Scott, Wenzo, Aeolia, and Lynn. We will do that what we can. Thank you for coming. Thank you for covering for Father, everyone. I hope your work goes well. And I'm glad you visited too. It was fun talking with you all. The pleasure was all ours, Shizuku. We'll come see you again soon. Take care. Oh, I just remembered. Kia also came to visit me yesterday. But I think hearing about my surgery only made her sad. Now that you mentioned it, there did seem to be something on her mind this morning. Don't worry about it too much, Shizuku. Just stay positive, and I'm sure Kia will cheer up eventually. I hope so. I'll leave the investigation of the cryptids to you and yours. I plan to be back at work first thing tomorrow. Until then, lend your aid to Scott, Wenzo, Aeolia, and Lynn. Ah, poor Shizuku. But I guess that's... yeah, I don't know. Alright, so we want to head to... Tangram now? I think so. If a cryptid were to harm an Erebonian or Calvar tourist, the two major powers would never let it slide. In other words, it's directly tied to the tension at our borders. The CGF can't afford to leave the matter alone. We're depending on you to make some headway with the investigation. Crossbow sandwiched between two of the most powerful nations on the continent, the Empire of Erebonia and the Republic of Calvard. In other words, declaring independence is like rolling a red carpet out for them to come invade us. When you think about it like that, what the mayor did was pretty gutsy. They say there have been large mysterious creatures appearing in Crossbow lately. I certainly picked a stressful time to take a trip. When you think about it, I guess it was inevitable that Crossbow would start talking about independence eventually. Unless it starts to affect my business though, I'll remain a curious onlooker. We finally fixed the radar facility that was destroyed during the trade conference the other day. Those despicable terrorists, just how did they manage to pull that off right under our noses? The more I think about it, the more confusing it gets. That puts the armored car that showed up in the Geofront. That plus the armored car that showed up in the Geofront feels like more than they could have prepared alone. Our suspicions that the Society was aiding them might be right on the Mira. That does seem to be the case, though. Though we never did get irrefutable evidence. Yep. Recently, people from the Republic have been discussing the pros and cons of an independent crossbow. Unsurprisingly, most are against the idea. With the referendum coming up soon, I can't help but wonder how they'll respond if we do become independent. Cryptids, huh? For what I've heard, they make for some pretty tough opponents. The CGF needs to focus on guarding the border right now, so good luck dealing with them. Bank. Something about the guards around here is kind of unsettling. I don't care if they are on high alert or whatever. Would it kill them to be a little more welcoming? Hello, Sergeant Major Seeker. Visiting with the SSS today? Yes, it's good to see you, Mr. Temis. Sorry for the bother, but we're actually here for a support request. The SSS explained their mission to gather gourmet recommendations. Ah, yes, I do remember hearing about that from the news service. Our specialty here at Tangram Gate is the Tide of Plenty Hot Pot. You get to eat it as a group. So you serve a mean seafood hot pot here, eh? We'd love to try it. Sure thing. Sit tight while I go whip up a pot. Lloyd and the team ate the Tide of Plenty hot pot. This is quite flavorsome. Yeah, you can really taste how fresh the fish is. That's the idea. Hot pots are easy and delicious, so we make them a lot here at Tangram Gate. Eating around a table together always puts the guardsmen in a fun, lively mood too. Now that I think about it, I've never had a meal like this with the Testaments before. Maybe I'll bring them here next time I get the chance. For real? You want to take your downtown gang to a border gate to eat hot pot? I think I know who likes this dish the best. Perhaps you should let Wazy handle the review for it then. I was hoping to weasel my way out of doing one, but I guess I don't mind too much. Okay, so that's 4 people's favorites. Let's see, what was it again? So, Randy liked the noodle bowl. Let's see. Tio liked the ice cream, I think. Or I guess it was, sherbet. Noelle liked the fried rice, and Wazy likes the seafood hot pot. I don't know if I'm gonna have to remember these or not, but the CGF has a lot of irons in the fire thanks to the mountain pressure from the Empire and Republic. So many that some of their duties had to be dumped off on you guys in the Bracer Guild. I suppose we're gonna need every side to be flexible enough to help each other out right now. Hey, that's fine. More money for me. That concludes my report. I see. Mock battles around Tangram Hill, eh? Even if they're on the small side, their attempts to place pressure on us are becoming more and more brazen. Yes, it's just as we predicted. We won't be able to rest easy until after the referendum. All we can do is stand by and maintain relations with all sides while we wait. Excellent work, Guardsmen. Continue monitoring their movements. Yes, sir. As you can no doubt tell, we have neither the time nor the resources to devote to dealing with the cryptids. Forgive us for demanding so much, but we're counting on you to help with the investigation. No books. There, we already got that one now. Each passing day leading up to the referendum, things just get tenser here. Calvardians generally aren't in favor of Crossbow going independent, as it turns out. I just pray those sentiments don't lead to policy and military action. Those cryptid things remind me of the spirits that appeared in the Moon Temple a while back. It'd be one thing if they just look scary, but the fact that we hardly know anything about them makes it so much worse. If I ever bump into a cryptid, Adios give me strength not to pass out again. Right, so Tangram, we had that leaves Armorica in Mainz. Where's the truck at? Elkin's making a produce delivery to the city. He's been in such a good mood lately, he'll look for any excuse to take the long way home. To be fair, I can't understand why he's so happy with the massive bargain he's made. Mom spanked Camille the other day. His butt was all red like an apple. There's something up with that monocle guy. He acts nice and he smiles all big, but his eyes look like they're hiding something. This foreign guy who's been coming to the village gave us some candy. I thought he'd yell at us for getting his clothes all dirty, but he didn't. Man, it's a good thing nice people like him exist. I recently met a man with a lot of promise, possibly just as much as Harold even. The fellow's been doing a lot of good for our little village. There's been a guy in the village lately who's dressed to the nines. He told Gramps that I was such a capable lad. Of course, Gramps was thrilled. I could tell he was just flattering me, though. A nice man has been hanging around here lately. I hear he's from a famous foreign company, but I never heard him brag about it. It's nice to know that there's still some people with class in this world. Evidently, that four has been around the block a few times. He immediately sensed my love for Celia and cheered me on. What a great guy. Hello, Special Support Section, and welcome back to the Ash Tree Inn. Looking for a place to stay, or maybe a bite to eat? Actually, we're here regarding a support request. They explained their mission and gather gourmet recommendations. Alright, that. The crossbow nurser has already told me everything I need to know. So, without further ado, let me treat you to my chef's special omelet rice. Don't mind if I do? Lloyd and the team ate the chef's special omelet rice. My, this is delicious. Agreed. Superb. The flavor of the rice, chicken, ketchup, and egg are simple, but together they make something amazing. It reminds me of how attuned Armorica is to the nature surrounding it. Nobody can truly say they visited this village unless they've had some of this. All this high praise is about to get me red in the face. Sounds like you're pretty fond of this dish, huh, Lloyd? I guess that means we found your recommendation, then. Make sure you sneak in a few words about what a chill guy Gofen is. He's always hooking us up with some quality grub when we're in Armorica. Sure, I can handle writing this one. Well, thanks muchly. I'd appreciate if you guys could write something that drums up more business for us. Hearing so much high praise has got me red in the face. But if you guys think we deserve a glowing review, I won't complain. We'd appreciate the business. I borrowed a book called True Mysteries of Crossbow from the library. The story of the man searching for his lost head gave me chills. That's a spooky one, alright. Still, if you don't have a head, how could you possibly cry out to people asking them to find it? And now it's not so scary anymore. Oh, I saw a broken table. Okay, and... Man, that does it for the sheets. Before I had Stefan, I'd always wanted to be a maid at a hotel. After helping out here at the inn, I have to say, it's enjoyable work. Okay, well... The foreigner who's been coming by is quite the cheery fella. He's never without a smile. Something about it really puts me at ease. I wonder what I should make today. Oh, okay. Oh, just what does my fool of a son think he's doing? It's concerning, yes. I believe there's a possibility he's been... Hello, Chief Tulsa. You called for the special support section? Oh, and Mr. Hayward is here, too. There you all are. I've been waiting. I take it you've seen the request. Thanks for coming. Sure thing. Why are you here, though, Mr. Hayworth? As it so happens, he had a stake in this particular problem as well. After talking things over, Chief Tulsa and I decided it would be prudent of us to consult with the SSS. Considering the circumstances, we thought the situation called for a professional investigation. If that's the case, this must be a serious issue. I recalled the description mentioning that this had to do with your son, correct? Yes, it's a very complicated matter. I can brief you on all the details if you're ready to accept the request. Is now a good time? We're ready to help. Chief Tulsa, tell us everything we need to know. Thank you, SSS. I am in your debt once again. As for what's going on, my son Derek has been acting strangely recently. I get the sense he has some kind of sinister plan in the works. Sinister? Is it really that bad? Well, I don't know the details yet. As a matter of fact, I don't know what's going through that boy's head at all. You see, not long ago, Derek told Harold that Armorica would no longer be doing business with him. Really? Why would he do that? Haven't you always been on excellent terms with the village, Mr. Hayworth? Yes, I've done my best to be kind to the people here ever since we started doing business. I came to see Chief Tolta today because I was afraid there had been some kind of misunderstanding. And let me guess, the Chief here was just as out of the loop as you were. Am I right? Yes, you are. We never intended to wrong Mr. Hayworth like this. Losing a Custer and him would have been a great loss for the village. I'm sure my son is fully aware of that as well. That is certainly strange. What reason could Derek have to go over your head and make a decision like that so rashly? That's exactly what Harold and I have been discussing. In doing so, a certain questionable individual came to mind. Derek's been meeting with a foreigner from out of state recently. A foreigner? We don't have very many details on him for the moment. All we know is that he and Derek have been talking behind closed doors. Nothing says suspicious, quite like a secret meeting. Quite right. As such, my request to you is to investigate this foreigner for us. If he truly is plotting some sort of nefarious scheme, we need to put a stop to it at once. I apologize if this comes off as rude, but is there something like this truly worth submitting a support request for? Surely the logical approach would be to simply speak with your son yourself. Don't think that's our call, Teotot. I'm embarrassed to say so, but the young lady is correct. Derek and I have been at odds on how best to run the village for a long time now. I've tried to confront him about all this, but I could never get an answer out of him. As his father, it pains me to admit that. No wonder you decided to consult us. That about brings us up to speed. We'll begin investigating immediately. I was thinking we could start by interviewing each of the villagers. Feel free to do so. Incidentally, Derek and Elkin are delivering produce to the city right now. You may be better off speaking with them last. Thank you for looking into this, SSS. I hope you can get to the bottom of things. We'll do everything we can, Mr. Hayworth. Stranger danger started. Derek hardly ever comes home these days. I hope he hasn't gotten mixed up in any dangerous business. That's exactly what we're here to check out. Okay, well. The foreigner who's been coming by is quite the cheerful fella. He's never without a smile, something that really puts me at ease. Okay. Oh, excuse me, I have a few questions for you. Lloyd asked about the foreigner who's been visiting Armorica village recently. Oh, him? Well, if I had to describe the man, I might say considerate? Considerate? Can you elaborate? Once he was passing about the children as they were playing, and they accidentally got his clothes dirty. Rather than raise a fuss, he paid it no mind. In fact, he even gave them some candy. I didn't decide whether to thank, compliment, or apologize to him. He had me speechless. Interesting. Well, thanks for your time. Okay. Excuse me, I have a few questions for you. Lloyd asked about the foreigner who's been visiting Armorica village recently. Oh, him. He's got a keen eye, I can tell you that much. What do you mean by that? Well, the man's become infatuated with our honey. He was raving about it being a surefire hit that he could sell across the entire continent. Sell across the entire continent? What is he, a trader or something? I've never heard him outright say it, but that seems likely. With discerning tastes like that, I'm sure he's already made a name for himself. I'd be thrilled if my grandson were to follow his example. Is that so? Well, now we know the dude is some kind of merchant. That's good information to have. Thank you for your help. Not a problem. Feel free to talk to me again anytime. Okay, so the children's? Excuse me, I have a few questions for you. Lloyd asked about the foreigner who's been visiting Armorica village recently. Oh, the man who's been staying here on and off? Well, he's pleasant enough to be around. Very polite at that. Polite, huh? I see. And would you happen to know this man's name? Let me think. I believe it was Minith? Or at least that's what he wrote in the guest registry. Minith. At least we have a name to work with now. Is there anything else you can tell us about this individual? Well, he wasn't too chatty, so there's not much to tell. He did call Derek up to his room a couple of times to talk about something or another. That's pretty much all I know. Sounds like the secret meeting Chief Tolta's been worrying over. Yeah, not the most game-changing information, but it's something. Thank you for your help. Not a problem. I'm happy to be of service. But if you really want to thank me, why don't you order some food while you're here? I mean, we just ate, though. Okay, we have more info to go off of now that we've spoken to the villagers. The man is named Minith, and he's believed to be a foreign merchant. He's supposedly a kind man as well. A type who's courteous, patient, and caring with kids. On the other hand, we don't know why he's here in the first place, and that's suspicious in and of itself. You make a good point. Yes, we never did learn a motive in any of those conversations. The biggest thing that stands out is him talking with the village chief's son in secret. That doesn't pass the smell test. I'm inclined to agree. It's incongruent with everything else we heard. I say we should follow up on that. Wait, look over by the entrance. That's Elkin, the one who went with Derek into the city. He must have just gotten back. Let's go speak with him. Excuse me, Elkin, right? We got a couple of things we'd like to ask you. Oh yeah, what can I do for you? Let me guess, you came to ask about my shiny new orbital truck here. No, sorry to disappoint. Aw, really? But it's the Vern Company's latest model. Minith gave it to me for real cheap. Hold on just a moment. By Minith, you mean the foreigner who's been visiting the village recently, correct? Just how cheap are we talking here? Get this. I got it for the low price of just 50,000 Mira. Only 50,000 Mira? What I wouldn't give to be that lucky just once. Does the goddess have it in for me or something? Easy, Noelle. I can see you turning as green as your hat. Sorry, force of habit. Moving past Noelle's mechanophilia, the average market value of a new truck should be nearly 500,000 Mira, which makes the amount you paid exorbitantly low. That would be a 90% discount. It sounds more like a charity than a bargain. Well, he said the price cut was so we could make our work easier without breaking our budget. He and Derek have been working out some sort of plan. I guess it's coming along. That Minith, I tell you, my hat's off to him. Plan? Shoot, Derek said I'm not supposed to talk about it. Pretend you didn't hear that. Anyway, this Minith guy's the real deal. So you say. Wait a minute. Did you come back alone, Elkin? Chief Delta said you and Derek went to the city together to deliver produce. We did, but Derek told me he'd catch a bus back to the village later. He said he had some business to take care of at the hotel in the entertainment district. Another meeting with Minith, I'm guessing. Hey, Lloyd, this could be our chance. To speak to them with them face to face? Probably, yeah. We should head over and check things out. Thank you for speaking with us, Elkin. This was very helpful. No problem. Not that I get what you're after, but hey, good luck all the same. Okay, so we go to Lake Crossbell Cité. And then we go to... Why can't you go to West Street? Oh wait, I am in... Never mind. I am in West Street. I'm also at the garage. If I remember correctly... Okay, well, one, there's a thing here. Isn't there a door here that was locked or something? Yes. Alright. Meet up again tomorrow then. Good talk with you as always. Huh? Wait, aren't you? Pardon us. You're Derek from Amoroka Village, correct? That's me. There's something I can help you with? I probably should have opened with this, but we're with the Crossbell Police Special Support Section. We have a few questions we'd like to ask. That's so. Let me guess. My father sent you here, didn't he? So, he even called the police, huh? Huh, that's just rich. He had his reasons. I already know his game. He's snooping around to find out what I'm up to, right? Well, I have nothing to hide. Ask me anything you want. Not the reaction I was expecting. I'll get straight to the point then. We were told you've been meeting in secret with a man named Minith recently. Would you mind explaining why? Whatever, it's not as though my father can do anything about it. Minith has been helping me out with a little project of sorts. It's all part of my plan to revolutionize the village. Revolutionize the village? Why would you keep something so important from your father? Well-intentioned or not, doesn't it concern him just as much as it does you? I've tried talking to my father about this kind of thing more times than I can count. All he ever has to say is that I've lost sight of our ideals and that making drastic changes won't solve anything. But if things continue the way they are, a rural village like ours has no future. Real, meaningful reform is the only way for us to our Armorica alive. My father doesn't understand that one bit. I see, and it was from there you encountered this Minith character. Unlike my father, he's actually willing to listen to my ideas. In fact, he helped me discover a huge opportunity for our village's apiary. I plan on working with him to launch a major enterprise in the near future. What? Can you even hear yourself right now? Mind your own beeswax, that's all I have to say to you. You've got what you came for, right? I need to get back to the village, if you don't mind. That was rather curt. Yeah, he totally blew us off. Hey, are any of you thinking what I'm thinking? Maybe we could try to speak with this Minith guy for ourselves. Good call. Maybe he'll just give us a better idea of what that jamoke's all about. What do you say we show ourselves in? Here goes nothing. Who is it? I didn't order any room service. Excuse us, we're looking for a Mr. Minith. I apologize for bothering you, but we're with the Crossbow Police, Special Support Section. Tio is a gal. Yes. Yes, she is a gal. We have a couple of questions to ask you. Oh dear, you're police officers? Why didn't you say so sooner? Come in, the door's unlocked. This feels almost too easy somehow. Maybe he's more of a wheeler dealer than we think. Alright, we're coming in. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Minith. The name Tio sounds masculine? I guess? I don't know. Sounds just like a name. Please make your acquaintance. I'm Minith. What brings you here today? Yeah, in Spanish, Tio versus Tia. Well, I guess, but this isn't Spanish. Oh, it's masculine versus feminine. Hey, this isn't Spanish, though. What brings you here today? Like I said, we have a few simple questions we'd like you to answer. Will that be alright? But of course, I would be delighted to help an officer of the law. Don't be a punko. Was there some kind of trouble in the area, perhaps? Not exactly, no. This pertains to you specifically. We want to know more about you and what brought you to Armorica Village. Could you start by telling us about yourself? Well, this is a surprise. But seeing as you're police officers, I suppose I have no reason not to cooperate. To reiterate, my name is Minith, and I am a corporate executive. My responsibilities range from product development to sales and operations. I've been visiting Armorica to secure an important business deal on behalf of the Quincy Company. Did you say the Quincy Company? Not ringing any bells personally. You heard of them, Mademoiselle? In a sense, the Quincy Company is a famous international confectioner. They're one of the most prominent names in their field. You can even get their products here in Crossbell. Yeah, that does sound familiar. I think I used to buy their chocolates as a kid. Huh. I always paid more attention to what was in the wrappers than what was on them. That's quite alright, young man. I, too, was what one might call a brand blind in my youth. You see, despite working for the company, I've never been one for sweets. It was my long-standing reputation as a irrefutable salesman, in fact, that led me to my current position. My apologies. I didn't mean to get off track with my personal milestones. It's fine. We're the ones who asked. So, about that business deal with Armorica Village you mentioned. Would it happen to have anything to do with Derek, the son of the village chief? He told us that it has something to do with the future of the village. Oh, did he now? In that case, I suppose there's no sense of keeping the details under wraps. Yes, Derek and I have indeed built a strong working relationship over these past several days. We were aware of that much. Could you elaborate? But of course. The Quincy Company is constantly seeking out new opportunities to grow our confectionery businesses. As such, the head office tasked me with a project to that effect. Our goal is to gain a foothold from which we can expand into Crossbell. In other words, you want to establish a subsidiary of the Quincy Company here in our state. Precisely. I began my inquiry by paying a visit to the department store in the city. There I found it. The luxurious, high-grade honey produced in Armorica village. The honey is made with the lotus flowers from the village fields. I do recall Mr. Hayworth praising it for its quality. And he should. That honey is the product of nature's bounty, passed down through the ages for generations. Seeing those fields was like the goddess herself showing me the way to a brand new confectionery venture. I call it the Armorican Honey Company. The Armorican Honey Company? Not exactly pushing the envelope, but I won't deny it's pretty catchy. We plan on selling candies made primarily from Armorica Village delectable honey, but in order to do so, we will need the full cooperation of the villagers themselves. And so I approached the incoming chief, Derek, with a most magnificent proposal. I asked him if he would like to oversee the construction of the factory, as well as the new business enterprise. He offered to make Derek the manager of a Quincy Company subsidiary. Naturally, my company would make full use of its sales and marketing expertise. The fields, too, would be overseen by our staff. We don't want to cause trouble for the villagers, after all. On the contrary, we wish only to ease their life's burdens. Where do you intend on building a factory, though? After discussing a great many possibilities, I settled upon utilizing the village's private property on Old Armorica Road. Since it has only ever been used for storage, Derek was readily willing to agree to the arrangement. No doubt almost anybody would be under those terms, especially with how keen Derek is on revolutionizing the village. Everyone comes out a winner, isn't that just swell? Haha, so glad you understand. In my eyes, Derek's talents and strong sense of responsibility are more than enough to qualify him for the position. With that, I've divulged all that I can. Does that answer your questions? It does. Thanks for your cooperation. I think we have a much better grasp on what's going on in the village now. Is there anything in particular that you would like to discuss further? Not at the moment, no. Sorry to take up your time. We'll be going now. No problem at all, officers. Come by any time. Please take care. Where do we even begin? This is quite a plan they've put together. Evidently, Minute is more shrewd a man than we took him for. The whole spiel took some untangling, but it sounds like it could pay off big time. Seems too good to be true, honestly. At any rate, I think we got the answers we're looking for. Yeah, let's head back to Armorica Village. Chief Delta's gonna want to hear about this. I don't believe this. Minute is with the Quincy Company. And then there's this whole Armorica Honey Company business. This is quite an extensive plan they have, and it involves building a factory on the village's private property, no less. Never did I take Derek as the type to pursue something like this. Has Derek returned to the village yet, by the way? That's right, I don't believe I see him around. He said he'd be returning to the village when we ran into him at the hotel. Well, I must confess that Derek doesn't come home very often these days. Instead, he's been renting a room for himself at the Ash Tree Inn. I understand Minute has been staying there as well. Perhaps that was Derek's reason for relocating. That way, his plans to industrialize our land could proceed without my knowing. What a shameful excuse for a father I am. I wouldn't be so sure about that. What if moving into the Ash Tree Inn was actually Minute's idea rather than Derek's? Maybe it was him who was trying to keep you from catching wind of what's going on. What do you mean? I'll let our dashing leader here handle the details. Ignoring that first part, I'll do my best to explain. Is there something more to this than we realize, Lloyd? Keep in mind that I'm only speculating, but I have my suspicions about this Minute character. What do you mean? The plan he laid out for us would supposedly benefit everyone involved. Armorica Village gains a new industry, while the Quincy Company gains a subsidiary in a market they want to expand in. At a glance, it all seems well and good. Almost too good to be true, don't you think? Well, now that you mention it, as another point of concern, consider the ridiculously low price at which Minute sold a new orbital truck to Elkin. In this context, we can think of it as an upfront investment. An orbital truck isn't something you gift to someone at random, not at the prices they go for. I've never heard of anyone selling for only 50,000 Mira until now. What are you two getting at? Is that he knows he's going to make that Mira back, doesn't he? That is very strange indeed. As a company as large as Quincy wouldn't normally invest such much capital into an unproven startup. They wouldn't, would they? I don't like where this is headed. It leads me to believe that Minute has an ulterior motive, one that's guaranteed to make him a profit. This is all just conjecture, of course, but I would suggest that you keep what we're saying in mind. I will. We'll have to be very careful about how we approach this matter. And kudos on the fine investigative work, SSS. I feel as though I finally understand what's going on here. Thank you for the help. Happy to, Chief Tolta. Are you saying you can handle it from here? We can continue investigating if you'd like. That's alright. You've done more than enough for now. As soon as I heard about the plans to build a factory on our property, I knew I could never support such a thing. I'll have to speak with Derek later and try to persuade him. Not just as his father, but as a chief. Perhaps that would be for the best. We'll be excusing ourselves then. Don't hesitate to follow up with us if there's anything else we can do. Of course, I'll be sure to call on you if the need arises. Quest Stranger Danger completed. Fantastic work, SSS. Thanks to your efforts, I have a much clearer picture of what's been happening. I'll have to speak with Derek later and try to persuade him. Not just as a father, but as a chief. I don't know what this Minute character is after, but for now, Chief Tolta and I will continue to exercise caution in this matter. Thank you for looking into things for us, SSS. Depending on how this plays out, we may need your help again. Yeah, I don't get the feeling like this is just not a good proposal here. Derek is planning to reform the village with this Minute person. Perhaps he and his father's relationship is beyond the point of repair after all. Oh, it's you again. Derek, we think you should try to speak with your father one more time. I've wasted enough words on that man already. The village chief is stuck in his old ways. He refused so much as to even consider any of my reforms. I'd all but thrown in the towel before Minus showed up and gave me the opportunity I was looking for. My father can't be trusted with the future of Amorca. Minith and I will be the ones to pave that way instead. I still can't shake the feeling there's something suspicious about Minith. If only Derek could see that. Yes, but I doubt we'd be able to get him to... We'd be able to get to him without irrefutable evidence. Yeah, Let's see, I can do some of the fishing duels, but let's check out mains first. And then we can start on side quests. The other day, some bracers came by to take out a monster in the northern mountains. They got it just fine, but they also said it was unlike anything they'd ever seen before. I've been hearing about a lot of monsters like that recently. I wonder where they're coming from. The gap between dimensions? I don't get what this independent stuff is about, but Daddy said it's a good thing, and Daddy's always right. So Crossbell and Independence came up at the trade conference, eh? Now there's an idea. That new mayor of ours has got some real moxie. It's about time we stop rolling over for the Empire and Republic. Here I am again in Mainz, the site of my most recent hiking failure. But I learned my lesson. I'll train my legs and glutes for as many years as it takes to clear these mountains. Maybe it won't be today, but it'll happen. I swear it. Okay. Alec wants to become a miner, no doubt because his father is the mine chief. Frankly, I'm against it. Still, as a parent, I want my child to be happy. At the very least, I need to keep him safe until he's old enough to make that decision himself. Like... I don't have enough motivation to do anything. Luca probably hates me now. I don't even want to show my face at the bar. Guess I'll just wrap up work and head straight home today. I was taking a break outside earlier when Chief Hoppin's son came up to talk with me. Is being a miner fun, he asked. I didn't feel like coming up with an answer, so I just told him to buzz off. This isn't the first time he's bugged me about it, actually. That makes twice that I've bummed him out now. I never think before I open my mouth. Maybe I should have said something more positive. Marlowe hasn't been able to focus on work all day lately. He even turned down an invitation to go drinking. What's gotten into him? My life's been on edge lately because of those large, mysterious monsters people keep reporting. I'm used to monsters appearing in the mine, so I doubt we have anything to worry about. That said, I got injured by a warhound a while back, so I guess I shouldn't talk. I mean, that was kind of like a different situation here, though, right? Some kind of monster appeared in the mountains north of here. They say it looks similar to the one that showed up in the old mine outside of town a while back. I wonder if it was really the same kind. Well, hi there. Welcome to Der Ziegel Inn. Hello, we're with the Special Support Section, and we're here about a request. The SSS explained their mission to gather gourmet recommendations. So you're the ones handling that. The CNS already gave you the gist. How about this? I'll cook you main specialty, stamina steak. I can only hope our stomachs have the room to spare. Oh yeah, you kids have a lot of other places you need to sample, don't you? I'll prepare some bite-sized servings in that case. We appreciate the consideration. Lloyd and the team ate the stamina steak. Dang, even one bite on its own is pretty filling. Just what you'd want from a good steak. Yeah, I feel more energized already. Well, of course, stamina is essential for miners, you know. Pair this dish with a beer and you'll be digging away like a grand bull in no time. I can't say being a miner sounds particularly attractive when you put it that way. True, but Gantz and the others seem to enjoy it well enough. Well, miners are some of the manliest men in all of Crossbell. Anyhow, if you kids ever need a nice hearty meal, you know where to come. You bet we do. So Ellie's has got to be the last one. That makes sense. That's all you got to do, Luca. Come on, I'm begging you here. Gantz, why do I specifically need the bun to be the one who cheers Marlowe up? Like I said earlier, I'm sure his recent funk has nothing to do with me. I wouldn't be so sure. To be honest, it has everything to do with you. I'm still not following. Marlowe's bound to feel better if Luca can just give him a few words of comfort. Gotta persuade her somehow. I'll tell you what, Gantz. Pay off your mountain of a tab, and then I can help you out. Wait, how's that got anything to do with this? Okay, I already got that. No one here. No one here. No one here. Alrighty, that is finally all of Crossbell. Actually, no, we still have a couple more houses here. Never mind, I'm dumb. Crossbell pays out a combined total of 10% of its taxes to the Empire and the Republic. That's a staggering amount to ask for a burgeoning economy like ours. The whole arrangement sums up the Crossbell's relationship with the two major powers perfectly. To think I'd live to see the day where Crossbell's leadership would propose our independence. Ereboni and Calvert have fought over Crossbell's septium resources for ages. Naturally, this gives us much to consider. Each and every citizen of Mainz is going to have to consider the ramifications of independence for themselves. I heard Loggy stopped skipping out on work. He says he still hates going in, but I don't know, he looks like he's having fun to me. I want to grow up and be a miner who loves his job too someday. Just imagine, Crossbell an independent state. In all my years, it's never been anything more than a fantasy. I scarcely dreamed I'd live to see the day where it was even possible, though I can't imagine the Empire or Republic would ever allow it. Our independence could be the coals that fuel the flames of a new conflict. Keep thinking I see books randomly. I heard an enormous monster was spotted up north in the mountains. It's not too far from town. What if another one shows up in the mine? Our miners aren't prepared to deal with beasts like that. Now we're done with Crossbell. Alright, so there wasn't a book? Huh. Okay, well, let's go into the abandoned mine. That sounds wonderful. Oh, cool, we are level up now. Cool. I like that we're high enough level. Cool. I should probably kill all these things to farm Sepith, honestly. I am running a bit low on, like, everything. Is something over here? No. Okay. I know there was like a ladder or something. Right, forgot about those things. I forgot how long this dungeon was, my god. Okay, well that's our quest monster right there. So they repaired the ladder, they said, right? Ladder, climb up. Where's this at? Oh, there's a monster chest here. Level 85. What is my party level? Oh, no, no, no. Nuh-uh. I see. Who's this lead then? Oh, okay, that leads to that end. Gotcha. Okay. The ladder was down here. So I didn't have to run through the whole dungeon again. Oops. Alright, let's go kill that weird fat bat thingy. Exterminate. Multiple weird fat thingies, apparently. Megalobat. Megalobat. Bat that became fat after sucking too much blood. Uses its weight to fight. Osha! If there's anything I can really do, so... Can't be the lake. Damn it. It is kind of annoying how they just make your, like, all status moves just useless against bosses. You guys weakest to water and I mean, you're kind of weak to wind. I mean, I might as well get an empire, right?
任せてくれ。みんな一気に行こう。
任せて。エニグマ駆動。
Ow. But you sure hit a big area with that. Hey, critical galleon tower, that should do good damage.
行くぞ。
Alright, that's 2 of them down. 3 of them down.
私の番です。エニグマ駆動。さてと。みんな頑張って。ありがとう。
That works. Thank you for moving everyone into the spell area.
Yosh.
That's 2.
はい。ドライブ開始。
そこだ。俺の番だ。はっ。
Photon shot. There we go.
良いデータが取れました。
やるじゃない。
See, that'll be Tio leveled up. Cool. So there is a monster in the old mine. Got a crapbook blast. Look at that. It was hiding a crapbook. I think this one's geared towards Tia and Noelle's weaponry of choice. Shall we begin testing it, Noelle? I'm game if you are. Let's do this, Tio. Tio and Noelle learned Blast Hammer. Really wasn't that bad of a fight, just They had a lot of health, and there were a lot of them.
みんな油断は禁物よ。そこです。
俺の番ストップ。よし、もう大丈夫だ。
はいやっそこはい
Alright. Now that leaves us with... Actually, that's it. That's it for side quests that we can do right now. Pretty sure we've checked out every eatery. The only one we haven't done is the one at St. Ursula because we have to wait. So what next? You know what? I'm gonna go to... I want to talk to this guy again. Hello, was there something else you required of me? The Quincy Company and Armorica Village's joint efforts to establish the Armorican Honey Company has been going quite smoothly, if you must know. I do hope you're looking forward to our success. We certainly are. Don't like. Okay. Well, it feels like there should be another quest. But maybe that's tomorrow? So, let's do the cryptid. Let's see. Reading two. One is in the general vicinity of Ursula Road, and the other is on East Crossville Highway. Cryptid investigation report. There's a small cave along the sandbar, okay, and a clearing past the boathouse. So, two places I need to go to. Now if I remember, the fishing duels, where were they? I believe there was one, like, somewhere along this part of Maine's. There was one... Oh man, where else were they? One over in, like, the middle area here. Where else, though? Oh, well, let's start with East Crossville Highway. I want to do some of these fishing duels, just to see...
速攻で蹴りをつける。
任せたぞ。
行くぜ。
行きまへい。これで一安心です。
So that's where they're gonna build the thing. Yeah, where is the rest area? We have this lady here. Every cast to catch seems like an in for another day of peak performance. If only I didn't have to spend it alone. Very well, present me your fishing notebook. Indeed, you have managed to catch a fish of 130 reed or longer. Now let's discuss the terms of our fated rivalry. The match shall be a 3-round angler's duel, simple yet profound. We make each cast our lines thrice. Afterward, whoever holds the greater sum total in length will be declared the victor. Let's see. Challenge Kaguya the Dragon Princess to a 3-round angler duel. Sure, it's time to duel. Oh, very well. Allow me to put you in your place. I'll take the lead, if you don't mind. Yeah. Oh, my victory is all but certain. 102 Rige Eel. Okay. My turn, then. Which one can I use? The snow crab, bamboo rod? Arowana. Damn. I admit you have some skill, but don't let that go to your head. There. Okay. '89 Rege Edaman Turtle. '93 Rege Edaman Turtle. I admit you have some skill, but don't let that go to your head. So I still have to beat 108. Okay. '109 Pararuku. Think I have to do the snow crab. Oh, you kidding me? Let's compare catches, shall we? Yeah. Oh! Wait, it's in total! Kidding me? It's all you're capable. Okay, yeah. That would have... Yeah, she did say the sum in total. She catches the same 3 every time, I'm assuming. 87 read. Okay. Okay, what would be the best bait to use, though? Let's try Earthworm and see what we get. Nighty Rouge Eel, okay. Already doing good. Nighty Rouge Adamant Turtle. Don't know what I can catch here, though. If I get a piranha, I'm done. Ooh, oh, that's a good one. I'm well ahead of her now. Let's try the deluxe dumpling, see what we can get. I think I got that one. Nice. What in the world? Haha! Unbelievable. I must concede my defeat. I may be a proud angler, but I know when I'm taking on water. It is my dubious honor to reward you with this Red Dragon Princess's medal. Thank you very much. Henceforth, shall be known by the title as. Henceforth, you shall be known by the title of Dragon Princess Vanquisher, as per the Imperial Fishing Club's bylaws. However, don't take this as an excuse to start putting on airs. For no matter how much you struggle and strive, you are simply no match for Lord Lakelord. Compared to him, you are insignificant as a frog in a well. Or perhaps a tadpole. No, worse, an insect. A water flea. Okay, I get it. I know it's what she was employed for, but the mere thought of Salem being Lord Lakelord's side again. That interfering little minx is going to answer for this. Okay, then. So where are the other three at? One of them's on Ursula Road, isn't it? Yeah, I think there's one right next to St. Ursula Medical College, actually. Okay, there was, I think... Does it mean... Actually, have I been this way since... I don't think I've ever fished there, actually. I believe the guy was... No, never mind. No, he's over here. Oh, and whom might you be? Me? I'm Lloyd from the Fisherman's Guild. I, take it you're from the Imperial Fishing Club? Indubitably. It is I, the optable and stylified member of the Elite Four, Narcissus the Crashing Wave. I presuppose you are here to throw down your gauntlet, as it were. Very well, but first you must go forth and catch the cross-spellant embodiment of Piscine Beauty. And that would be... You'll have to deduplicate that for yourself. While you go to scouring, I'll be here, anticipating your return. Now then, allow me to appreciate your fishing notebook. Yes, the noble carp. Truly, it is the pinnacle of Crossbell's Piscine beauties. So magnifarious, so exquisite. Thanks? You are most welcome. As for the conditions of our angler's duel, a contest of beautificence would rely on the eyes of the beholder. No, this will be a battle of not looks nor of size, but of value. Yes, our bout shall be deterred by an asking price. Angler's duel. You get one shot opportunity. The winner will be the one who has caught the fish with the higher value. It's time to duel. Fantastic, prepare thyself. Now then, shall we be Mensa duel? Fly, my rod. Truly beautificent. Rainbow trout. 600 Mira. It's my turn. Snow crab. Those are the best bait I have. Nothing is biting. Such a blunderful mistake. Okay. So, Snoke. I feel like I need a new fishing rod. Yep, you're always gonna catch a rainbow trout, aren't you? Gonna need more deluxe dumplings, probably. Gold set. Oh, okay. Huh. Exquisitive. I was not expecting to win that. Very well, I acknowledge your skill. It's quite splendiferous, actually. As proof of your conquestory, I give you this medal. Receive Crazy Waves medal. Thanks. With that, you shall henceforth be known as a crazy wave rider. But do keep in mind that you merely won by a singular match against me. You must continue to hone your magnitude from here on out. Sure. Wasn't this guy in Cold Steel 2? I remember reading dialogue like this in Cold Steel 2. And it pained me. And once again, I read dialogue like that, and it pained me. Okay, then... Okay, where else was there? There was one on Ursula Road, right? One of them, I believe I need to max out my fishing notebook for, so that's still gonna be a minute. I'm out of the sea, not to say a word. For him and his with his back turned still makes himself heard. Come, boy, show in the fishing notebook of yours. Well done, my boy. You met my conditions just fine. Alright, no time to waste. Let's have ourselves an angler's duel. Like I said before, the terms for this duel will be sudden death. Here's how it works. We take turns casting our rods. The first who fails to reel in a catch will be the loser. It's time to do. Time to duel. That's the spirit. Let's get this thing started. Start us off then. Piranha. Do we use dumplings? Will dumplings work here? I don't know if dumplings will work here. Okay. But don't use dumplings! This is gonna be a long one, isn't it? I'm gonna probably go through like all of my earthworm. Earthworms don't work here either? What? But they work like everywhere. Okay then, well, I need to go and buy more deluxe dumplings if that's the case, because I don't have enough other bait. Maybe red flies might work, actually. You know, let's try red flies. I have a bunch of those, too, I believe. Okay then. Yes, started us off again. Get another piranha? I didn't even notice. Okay. Red flies. Let's try it. Row and red flies. Bait works here. Okay, it's only deluxe dumplings, probably. Kind of annoying, but whatever. At least I can buy them. Wait. Where's... Sheesh, that's one creepy monster. If it gets any closer to the boathouse, we're totally screwed. Right, we'll have to evacuate the second that happens. For now, though, we'd better wait for the CGF to come out here. Well, now is that you, Lloyd? Long time no see, Certain. We heard that a giant cryptid was spotted around here. A cryptid, you say? That's a fitting name if I've ever heard one. But yes, that cryptid or whatever it is suddenly appeared from deep in the marsh yesterday evening. We contacted the CGF to come take care of it, but no updates on that yet. Are you and the SSS here to deal with it, Lloyd? We are. The CGF transferred the request to us. Could you start by telling us the details of the situation, please? Sure. So like I said, it all started yesterday evening. We were just going about our business when suddenly we got spooked by the strangest animal cry we'd ever heard. There was a suspicious shadow moving deep within that part of the marsh that had always been sealed off, so we decided to go check it out. Then we spotted the cryptid. After that, we immediately made a report to the CGF. We thought about clearing out from the place, but the thing just stayed back there. Didn't seem like it was going to change either. Just to be safe, we've been taking turns monitoring the situation since last night. A wise decision. Did anything peculiar happen while you were watching it? Not that I know of. Actually, there was one thing. We could definitely tell it was hostile approaching it from afar, but well, how to put it? It felt like the reason it hasn't crept up in the boathouse is because it can't. Like it's immobile? Though obviously we can't confirm that. I see, so A, it came out of nowhere, and B, it can't leave the general area. Probably has something to do with that spatial distortion stuff. I wouldn't be surprised. In that case, we'd like to head out and investigate it right away. Is that okay with you, Certain? If by investigate you really mean exterminate, then go ahead, be my guest. Here, I'll unlock the gate. Alright, you're good to go. It's all up to you now. Thanks. We'll take care of this. Oh, that is a lot. Be careful, Lloyd. We'll wait for you here while you take care of that cryptid. Yeah, I should probably go take care of the cryptid, shouldn't I? It was a weight off my shoulders when I realized you guys had come to help. The possibility of being attacked by that thing has me on the edge has had me on the edge since yesterday. That monster, the more you look at it, the eerier it gets. Plus, it's freaking huge. Can't the Fisherman's Guild ever catch a break? I'm working on it. There's the cryptid. Oh, ew. Well, the report wasn't lying. That is one big mama jama. Sensing any spatial distortion, Teotot? Yes, time, space, and mirage, all three higher elements, are present here. Though I can't quite pinpoint the cause. That's troubling. So, what's the plan? The CGF's account made it clear that these things are dangerous. If we're going in for the extermination, we'd better make sure we're fully prepared. Roger that. I never upgraded anyone's gear, did I? Or I upgraded their weapons, but... Oh, wonderful. Plant arms. See, plant arm. A hydra plants tendrils. Its savage nature leads it to attack any prey it finds. See, weakest to space, okay. Not weak to any main elements. That is Unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think that's really worth doing. Well, yeah, like, nothing really to do here. Too close together for that. Guess I could Chaos Brand.
エニグマ駆動。
行くぜ。
16K? No idea. That's a lot of health too. Dark Breath, I don't like the sound of that.
任せてくれ。みんな、一気に。
Outer Plants is bearing to cast an art. Chaos Brand on one of them. How much damage we got?
行きます。
Not bad.
ターゲ
Main
ットを
body.
捕捉しました。詳細データゲットです。
Hydra Plant, a botanical cryptid that emerged from a spatial rift. Each tendril acts of its own accord.
世話が焼けるな。そっ。任せてくれ。
We need to do main body, please. Okay.
任せろ。
Okay then. So we can burn rage. Or better yet, I have anything that will do. Let's do a purple liquid on Lloyd.
ほら。うん、うまい。行くぞ。任せてくれ。
Do a big old whack to you.
さあ、行くぞ。タイガー。
今だわ。
As much as I would like to, I need to... really can't reach the boss? Are you kidding me? That's annoying. Reincarnation. What? What? And it gets to another immediate go? Are you okay then? Yeah, I didn't like the sound of that. Okay then. We don't have any zealous or anything. I really need to get the other two up. Okay, well... I guess if any time is the time to use Celestial Bombs.
Makeru ka?
59, 82, and... This isn't a big hit, though, because I'm only at 100 CP. Still... You have the defense down, so let's go for you. Actually, you also have defense down, though. Now we're going for the main body, I think. Good. Now I feel like let's get let's get Tio up. So great. Ooh, Lloyd, you are low. Does not do much damage. Let's get rid of this stuff, guys. Let's go for... So I don't know if killing the main body is going to get rid of both of these. Get that holy breath out. Nice. Ellie is now officially out of EP. You're at 40, 30, 22. Okay. Your weaknesses are all the same, too. Okay. Would have preferred that to be on Lloyd, but oh well. Yeah, there's one. Oh, Lloyd is blinded now. Wonderful. Good, good counter there. Main one die. Okay, it's still alive.
私の番や。
And that should kill it.
それ。
That was rough.
データ収集終了しました。
Got an impede too? It was really strong. Yes, and the way it vanished after we defeated it was almost eerie. Is the spatial distortion disappearing, Tio? No, I can still sense 3 higher elements at work. You're kidding me. What the heck is causing it? Not the cryptid itself, evidently. A shame, that was our best guess. I suppose the only thing we can do is hope we get luckier defeating the other one. Defeat the East Crossbell Highway cryptid. Okay, what is this? Blue spikelets are blooming upon this grass here. These flowers are beautiful. There's something odd about the pale glow they've got, though. Hi, guys. Lloyd, were you able to take down that cryptid? Yeah, we managed. You should still be careful, but I doubt it's coming back anytime soon. Really? Well, that's a relief. Hey, what's up, Lee Scoots? Now we can devote ourselves to the way of the rat again. Did I already eat dinners? Yes. I had some leftover pizza. 'Twas good. Now we can devote ourselves to the way of the rat again. Yeah, we owe you one. By the by, Lloyd, I have something for you. Think of it as a token of our appreciation. Oh, we got the Viking rod. Is this a new fishing rod? Sure is. I put it together to help us take down the Imperial Fishing Club. You'll be able to reel up way bigger catches with this bad boy. Wait, you made this, Peter? He may not look the part, but Peter's a real whiz with a toolkit. Every once in a while, he'll whip up some brand new gear by tinkering with the stuff that's on the market. Yeah, it's kind of funny, considering how much he sucks at actual fishing. Oh, shut it, Copen. No one asked for your commentary. Still, this is a really nice piece of equipment. Thanks for letting me have it. With that cryptid gone, I should get back to training. At the moment, I'm the only one who hasn't been able to take down any of the Elite Four yet. It's about time I stop looking like a fish out of water and make up for dishonoring the Fisherman's Guild. I'm coming for you. Rest area fishing hole. I will be the vanquisher of the Dragon Princess. You're a little late, but okay. Thanks a lot for today, Lloyd. I'll be able to get a good night's sleep now, thanks to you. That was a rough fight. So let's head back to Crossbell City. Go stay at a luxury hotel. Not the SSS building. I am like brokety broke. Okay, but I want that art it used. That was like real cool. Okay, so let's head to the IBC. Yeah, I thought I'd have money for a little bit. I guess not. Oh, yeah, 4. That's all I get. We're going down to 500 with everything. Oh my. Okay, we have some shopping to do. Slender heels. let's head to the weapon shop to buy armor for everyone else. That probably would have helped quite a bit in that last fight. So I need 4 of these. And 4 of these. Tough Stregas are 5 and 9. 10 more defense. Let's see, Tough Stregas. Yeah, that's 75. Yeah, that's quite a bit more defense, so. Okay. That's everyone else defensively upped. Now let's go win a fishing contest. I found the last guy yet? I don't think I can even do his if I wanted to though, so.
敵接近狙い撃つだ
よし悪いな先に行かせてもらうよ
Right. So we have to just keep fishing until he misses. There's a Viking problem you do. Carp. Okay, well that's useful. What do I use here? Maybe carp. Who knows? Well, I actually caught something. How many of these do we have to do? I feel like this is gonna take a while, right? That's 4. I've got the same fish every time, too. Mess up, mess up. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Don't catch it, damn it. God. 5? That's his 6th in a row, okay. Oh no, it was just 5. 5. Yeah, so this will be 6. Right. That's how numbers work. So I had 20 and now I'm at 14. That was fast. Oh, Paco's, what's up? How many do I have to do? Your nephew Percy is something. Tell me something I don't know. What did you do this time? Hey, he failed. Yeah, could have had it. I screwed up. Yes. Huh, never thought I'd lose to a pretty boy like you. Here, take this. It's proof that you tamed the ocean judge. Okay, thanks. On that note, this calls for a title. From now on, you're the ocean tamer. I know it makes you want to puff your chest out, but don't get cocky, kid. Don't forget, I'm Sharkman, the ocean's edge. In other words, my home turf is out in the open blue. Had this been a sea fishing duel, you'd have been torn asunder. Right. Usually I'll pick socks or something and then play chase. Good. Oh, what a strange dog you had. You shall now be called Sharkman Ray. Can I just call you Ray for short? Okay, so there was rude. So there was one here, there was one here, one here, which, I mean, that means there should be one somewhere here. What are the odds it's like... Oh, there's a treasure chest here? The chest contains a flyer for an underground hotel. No matter the hour, good night's rest with us. Geofront, Z Sector. Very creative. Oh, he's literally right here. Cool. Oh, hi there. Would you happen to be the representative to represent the Fisherman's Guild? That's right. My name is Lloyd. I thought so. My name's Triton. They call me the Silver Orca. Don't ask. I wasn't the one who came up with it. It all comes with the territory of being an elite angler. I'm just complying with the club policy is all. Oh, I think I get it. Anyhow, if you want to challenge me, all you have to do is say the word. After you prove you're qualified to do so, that is. Well, alright then. Mind if I take a look at your fishing notebook? Your efforts are lacking. I couldn't possibly accept a challenge from someone with so few catches to their name. Rude. Alright, so I am at 22 types of fish out of 29, I think. 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, Okay, so that's there. There's just 2 left afterward? I missed one somewhere. Doesn't look like it, though. Let's see, we have Ocean's Edge Metal. Strength plus 25, Defense plus 25, Evade minus 100%. No. Speed plus 10, Move minus 2. Okay. ATS plus and ADF plus 25. Accuracy plus 10%. That's actually not bad for Tio. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, her accuracy should still be decently high, right? No. No. No, it's not. Sure. Okay, well... So, I have to do some fishing stuffs. Then... What is next? Right, Nox 4. Oh, we're right here. Have to find that cryptid in Nox Forest. Was it in... No, it's not Nox Forest. Someone was saying there was one in Nox Forest. Ursula Road, and the other is on East Crossbow Highway. Wait, is this East Crossbow Highway? No, this is West Crossbow Highway. I know how directions work. Oh. Right. General vicinity of Ursula Road. I don't know how these things work, apparently. Said I think it was along the shore, wasn't it? There was a small cave along the sandbar. What the? When did this happen? The path used to be blocked off, didn't it? Something must have torn it open, and I don't think it was just a coincidence. Meaning one of the cryptids in the report might be beyond there, right? You choose Evie? Hey, how we doing, Embryo? Right. You know what? I got the message at work, and I did not see it in my inbox on my email, so I don't know if maybe I'm not doing something right, or if you're not doing something right or something, but I did not see the message. Any signs of spatial distortion, Tio? Not for the time being, though it's still too early to be certain. Took hours to load, I had to resend it. Okay. Could that be it? There's only one way to find out. Let's head in to investigate. Huh? Hi. Quartz fragment. Stupid cryptid. You never would have looted. looted me had it not blown my hiding spot. Well, you're not wrong. Aha! There it is. That's a turtle. Tio, can you sense the spatial distortion now? Yes, the 3 higher elements are present here as well. But just as before, I'm still not able to determine the cause of it. Here we go again. Judging by the last time, the cryptid itself isn't the source. Lloyd, should we prepare to engage it in combat? Yeah, proceed with caution. The last one, like...
Yes.
Cryptids are just giant insects? No, that's a turtle. Let's see. Judging by the last... Yeah, I really should set some other people up, shouldn't I? Let's save. Okay, you have 3,000 health. Wonderful. A giant cryptid in the form of a hard-shelled turtle. It distorts both space and time. You need a small break, so you're gonna spam through Chapter 2 tomorrow? Alright, good luck. It's a doozy. I'm very curious what's going to happen here. So, let's... What are you weakest to, actually? That is a great question. Ah, Galleon Tower. And Earth. You know, yeah, I really should put Noelle in the party. I keep getting into these situations. I feel like trading her for Randy out might not be bad. Just because she actually has a big AoE craft that lowers defense. Okay, what are we doing, my guy? Shockwave. That's, like, the opposite of what I want to happen, so... Thank you for that. Give you speed down. Do I analyze again, get the defense down? Yeah, why not? Okay. That's fun. Oh, she doesn't have Galleon Tower anymore? Nah, she probably should energy circle to be fair.
任せて。
Yeah, I mean, that kind of works out for me, actually. Keep your speed down.
俺の番だな。
Ooh, actually, no, we're gonna wait. Raging Spit it is.
俺の番だな。行くぞ、ランディ。合点承知だ。やっバーニングレイジ。
That does so much damage.
チャンスです。皆さんお願いします。
アイタ了解。
えい、
That is-
よし。
世話が焼けるな。
私の番ね。
行くぜ。
I don't like Lloyd being literally right there. There's actually nothing I can do for him, is there? No, no, I think Randy is out of it, though, so...
行きます。
Wait, actually, no, I can do. Can do something.
さてと。
This is gonna move Ellie into it, though. I think it will. I can also try to impede.
行くわよ。
Crap.
食らいなさい。
Oh, it did work!
俺の番だな。
はい。ターゲ
You
ット
keep analyzing.
すでに取得済みです。
任せろ。俺の番だ。くらえ。よし。えいっと。
さてと。行きます。ターゲットを捕獲しました。すでに取得済みです。
See, yep. 8,000
俺
more
の番
health.
だな。はっ。
えい。そこ。
俺の番だな。えいはっ。
はい。エニグマ駆動。
俺の番だな。はっ。
I feel like, this one went a lot better.
さてと。
I mean,
行くわよ。食らいなさい。
yeah, that one went a lot better.
さあ、先を急ぎましょう。
level ups abound.
よしやったぞ
Another quelling smash.
まあ当然の
Wazy's
結果だ
S-Craft was upgraded. Okay, cool. Adios, that one was just as strong as the last. Yes, and it disappeared in exactly the same way. Let me guess, the spatial distortion isn't letting up either? You guessed correctly, though I can say with more confidence that both instances do indeed have a specific cause. A specific cause? Do you have any idea what it could be? Unfortunately, my senses have been affected by the distortion, so I haven't been able to put my finger on it. I have a feeling the rest of you may have a better chance of locating the source. Do we really? Let's give it a shot. We might find a lead if we investigate the area. There has to be something causing these distortions, and we're gonna figure it out. Roger that. Alright, let's bust out those fine-tooth combs and get to searching. Defeated the Ursula Road cryptid. No clue what it could possibly be. Look at all of this flowering grass. I believe we saw the same kind blooming on the path behind the boathouse, too. Yep, they are identical, no doubt about it. They're absolutely beautiful. I don't think I recognize them, though. I wonder what they're called. It's a stab in the dark, but is this... It might be worth a shot. Pick the blue grass, I guess. Lloyd? Struck with the sudden urge for flower picking, are we? Well, usually I wouldn't want to disturb them like this, but... The hell? How? What was that? It was as if the very air itself started rumbling. Hey, Tio, how's the spatial distortion now? The presence of the higher elements has completely vanished. I can no longer sense any anomalous properties in the area. Guess I was right. Wait just a second. Are you telling me that those blue plants are what's causing all of this? It's hard to deny after what we've just witnessed. Still, it's insane to think that such a tiny little thing could hold that much power. More like unbelievable. Do any of you know what they're called? I don't, and I also don't detect anything out of the ordinary about them anymore. Perhaps we should have an expert in the field look at them. That's a good idea. But where, though? This might be one of those... One might be out of the scope of what the doctors at the medical college do. For now, we should safely store them away so we don't lose them. That way we can have them ready to be inspected in case we find someone qualified. Yeah, let's do that. Wazy? Is something on your mind? It's nothing urgent, but I just might have heard something like this a long time ago. I vaguely recall there being a mention of a mysterious azure flower in the church's testaments. Really? Wait, are you serious? Like I said, it was a long time ago, and I was always one to skim when reading. You've been to Arteria, Ellie. Does it sound familiar to you? Well, I wouldn't call myself an expert when it comes to the testaments, but now that you mention, I do recall reading something along those lines. There's a legend about an azure flora imbued with inexplicable powers. Doesn't that sound exactly like what we just witnessed? In that case, perhaps the professional we should look into consult is affiliated with the church. I was thinking the same. Let's try asking Sister Marble or Sister Reese about it. That should work. I'm sure either of them would be sufficiently knowledgeable. Then we're all set. Next up, Crossbell Cathedral. All of this because of a plant. Plant. All right. Oh, let's head to the boathouse too. I want to try picking the flower here. Oh, come to think of it, maybe we should pick these plants too. What do you say? Let's not. We only need one sample to take back, so let's just leave them and see how it goes. We can think of them as a control group of sorts. A good idea. If we were to pick them, then they would lose whatever power they have. Yes, but we have no choice if it causes we may have no choice if it causes another cryptid to appear. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It's nothing we can't handle. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Man, these cryptids are like super powerful, but man, are they not dangerous. Because they never move. Maybe they're food for cryptids? Yeah, food. Definitely. Actually, what am I doing? Evening really crept on us today. There's still a lot of information to gather, but I'd like to submit a written report by the end of the night. That would be ideal. Hopefully, we'll be able to track some more clues down while we're here. Our best leads at the moment are Reese and Sister Marble. Shall we go and consult them? Yeah, let's head to the Sunday school classroom first. Good evening, SSS. Oh, hi. Oh, hello, Mr. Grimwood. Good evening to you, too. I don't believe I've had the opportunity to see you at all since the trade conference. Oh, but I did hear you drop by my office around noon today. I do apologize for not being available at the time. Not at all. I'm sure you've been keeping busy lately. We heard you've been helping to draft a preliminary constitution. Did you now? The mayor solicited me with such enthusiasm I couldn't bring myself to turn him down. And to be perfectly honest, I support his proposal on a personal level. Bringing it into reality will be no simple task, but I'd like to assist in whatever way I can. Wow, I never knew you felt so strongly. I assume that means you're here to petition Adios for an extra bit of divine favor? Something like that. I'm at an impasse in my work, so I thought coming to offer a prayer would be a nice change of pace. It's only human for man to turn to the goddess in times of adversity. I'm with you there, big guy. I've bent the knee a few times myself at Barca. We wish you luck with your work, Mr. Grimwood. The feeling is mutual, my friends. Speaking of work, it's getting to be quite late. Are you here on duty? Yes, that's right. We just have a few quick questions to ask at the cathedral. Dauntless as ever, I see. I suppose we all have a lot on our plates. If there's anything you need, feel free to stop by my office. My door is always open to you. Thanks as always, Mr. Grimwood. Be careful on your way home. He seems overworked. Indeed, drafting a constitution likely takes more effort than we can even imagine. Crossbell's future hinges on the words he writes. The Empire and Republic will scour for even the most trivial reason to declare it invalid. Yikes. He may not have any cryptids to subdue, but that doesn't make his work any less taxing. On that note, shouldn't we be making our way to the classroom? Point taken. Let's go. Mr. Grimwood visits the cathedral from time to time, the way he did earlier. It would seem that his trips become more frequent whenever his work is particularly stressful. I don't know exactly what's weighing on his heart and mind right now, but I do hope he can find solace praying to the goddess. We were forced to join today's Sunday school lesson. What were you thinking, spying in the class like that, Hamel? What? That was you, Tamil. Oh, come on, Hamel. Don't try to pin the blame on me. I noticed Ian Grimwood arriving at the cathedral earlier. He paid his respects to Guy's grave, as well as the grave of Arius' wife. Is there something strange about that? No, it's not especially important. He seems to have been busy lately. I hope this visit was a good reprieve for him. If you don't mind me asking, I know by now that your older brother's grave is here, Lloyd, but what about your parents? Now that you mention it, you and Guy lost your parents when you were young, correct? Yeah, it was 15 years ago. Honestly, I was so little that I don't remember the details very well. All I know is they passed away in an orbital airship accident. It was on a new ship that had just gone into commission. An airship accident? That's terrible. They'd only just started implementing them for commercial use then, so safety concerns were still an issue. Yeah, the ship went down in a mountain range. They were never able to recover any remains. guy was devastated by it. To make matters worse, he then had to raise his kid brother all by himself. I only wish I could repay him for all those years. Lloyd, if it makes you feel any better, I doubt your big bro ever saw it as a burden. That's right. When he spoke of you, Lloyd, he would refer to you as a natural babyface who was too cute to handle. And not much has changed since. Can you imagine little baby Lloyd at 3 years old? He must have been adorable. I can see it, honestly. He was probably so sweet and cuddly that you just want to squeeze him. Huh, this might be a little too easy to picture. Guys, knock it off. Anyway, sorry for taking up our time. Let's head into the cathedral. Oh, we're not done yet. Gotta visit everyone. I've gotten into a habit of reading before going to bed lately. But silly me, I actually bought 2 copies of the same book the other day. Perhaps you would like an extra copy. Please take it. Sunshine Aegis Chapter 7. Wait, 7? Oh, thank God. For a second there, I thought I missed a book. How's my seeker? I'm curious whose it is. I have no clue whose it is, honestly. Maybe we'll learn. Well, I'm sure we'll learn in this game. Maybe there are side quests or something. Reese Argent. She must be her younger sister. I'd stake my mirror on it. Curse them. Just what is the sordid lot scheming up this time? Sounds like he's deep in thought over something. I believe I just saw Ian Grimwood in here a few moments ago. He looked rather fatigued. Hopefully the holy air of the cathedral was just what he needed to get his energy back. I'm sure he'll be fine now. After all, he did come here to pray. I think that's enough sprucing up for now. This is the part of the cathedral that sees the most foot traffic. It's important that we keep it neat and tidy for the parishioners. Talk has been circulating about mysterious giant monsters emerging all over Crossbell. Now that the CGF has notified us of the situation, we are working to spread as much awareness as we can. Are you looking for Sister Marble? She's currently in the middle of teaching the older children over in the classroom. Sister Juju is shadowing her as part of her training, so it may take a while. It looks like the older kids are still in class at the moment. Yes, though evidently Kia isn't in attendance today. May I help all of you? Archbishop Aralda. Good evening. If I remember correctly, you're those youths from the Crossbow Police. You've come to see Sister Marble, I presume? That's right. We wanted to consult her about a plant we found today. A plant, you say? Is it some type of medicinal herb, perhaps? No, not exactly. We think it might be referenced in the Testaments. Is that so? In that case, I would be willing to offer you my expertise in her stead. Believe it or not, I'm rather well versed on herbalism as well as general botany. Oh, that's right. You helped us with the lupinus grass request earlier this year. I'll leave the decision to you. Come to my office if you wish to speak with me about this further. Well, that happened. It's hard not to hold my breath every time he's around. Well, he did offer. Why not take him up on it? Oh man, these higher level lessons are more difficult than I thought. I should have studied more at home. You think Sister Marble's got any tips for shaving off a few currums? Lanelli, now is like literally not the time for this. You're gonna get us yelled at. You two, quiet down. Class is in session. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. See, I totally called it. Is that Kia girl not coming to class today? Oh wait, now that I think about it, I guess she only joins us for math or natural science lessons. Darn, I always like staring at her bright green hair in class too. I see, that makes sense. I love how easy to understand Sister Marble's lessons are. Sister Marble's lessons are just so informative. No, wait, I'm here to learn how to teach, not learn the actual subject matter. Crosswell State's founding charter outlines that 10% of all state tax revenue is paid back to Erebonia and Calvard. Again, this has been the case since the state was founded and was decided upon by the two major powers, being that they hold suzerainty. That is a word. Well, get the feeling we're gonna learn something. Pardon us, Archbishop Aralda. It's the special support section. You may enter. Now, state your business. You claim to have discovered a plant spoken of in the Testaments. Well, we haven't actually been able to confirm anything just yet. Maybe it would be best if we started from the beginning. On one hand, mysterious creatures, and on the other, discrepancies in the fabric of space and time itself. Yes, and these creatures are different from the ones we previously appeared in Stargazer's Tower and the Moon Temple. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Noel did mention consulting with the church after our joint investigation. The star and grass, do you happen to have a sample with you right now? Yes, we do. They're not glowing like they were before we picked them, but here you are. It can't be. Does that mean what I think it does? You know what they are after all? No. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I haven't the slightest idea. What? The hell? Stop holding out on us. Your reaction just now tells us otherwise. Then I'm afraid your judgment is mistaken. It was I who invited you to my office. Thus do I now insist that you leave. You may not realize this, but I'm a very busy man. You have to be kidding. And I suggest you not bother asking Sister Marble either. She may be a knowledgeable woman, but if I am unable to identify them, then I assure neither can she. And if she were familiar with them, then that would present a problem in and of itself. Hold on a second. The way you're talking implies you definitely know what they are. Think whatever you will, my previous answer still stands. You could send Commander Bales to my door if you so pleased. It wouldn't change a thing. Can I hold you at gunpoint? We should go, Lloyd. I don't think we're gonna get any more out of him. You're right. Thank you for your time, Archbishop. I pray you won't hold this against me. Oh, I will. I think you should ask Embryo. Oh, I know what they are! I'm just not allowed to say because spoilers. What was his problem? Old man shut us out like we were covered in fleas. He didn't even try to help us. Randy. He didn't seem all that concerned about hiding his intentions at that. It almost seemed as though he felt he was doing us a favor somehow. It might be something the church considers taboo. So much that even Sister Marble wouldn't know anything about it. But doesn't all of this secrecy just make you want to know that much more? It's not as if they can stop us from reading the Testaments front to back ourselves. I suppose that's not out of the question, but who knows how long that could take. I'm an embryo. I might exist outside of space-time, but that doesn't mean I can tell people. I studied them before, yes, but that was so long ago, I couldn't even tell you which verse or what book to start from. I doubt you'll find the details you're hoping for in the traditional canon. Huh? Yeah, who would have guessed? You're... Reese? Shh, keep your voices down. Come meet me in front of the parsonage. Try not to arouse any suspicion leaving the cathedral. What should we do? Well, Reese is tied to the Gralsritter. I think she's our best bet. Let's go hear what she has to say. Yes, I agree. Ellie just needs to know who is the real PogChamp. Reese is the real PogChamp. That's a full day of praying for me. Suppose I should be heading back now. But what if I stayed and prayed some more? There's no harm in making extra sure. Sister Reese has returned from the city, it seems. I wonder where she went to eat this time. I'll have to ask her later. Oh, have you already spoken with the Archbishop? That was rather fast. Did something happen? I believe the older students just wrapped up class for the day. That reminds me, I'll be teaching Sunday school in Armorica Village 2 days from now, and in Mainz the day after. I'll have to ask Sister Marble to help me draft out a lesson plan. Nah, you missed one, but that's spoilers. Huh? We really are there all the time, aren't we? So, like, what should we do now? Hang out in front of the department store like we do literally every day? At least they're self-aware. I really enjoyed learning about state independence today. These are the kind of in-depth topics you can't learn about just by reading the Crossbell Times. Sister Marble just gives the best lessons I or any of the children could ask for. She's exactly the kind of teacher I want to become. A journey of 1,000 cells begins with a single step. Education is a long-term process. The Archbishop claimed that Sister Marble wouldn't know what the blue flowers are. Whether that's true or not, our best bet is hearing what Reese has to say. Let's go meet her in front of the parsonage outside. The church is half trustworthy, half what the fuck are you hiding? Yeah. Tamla and Hamel have gone back home for the evening. I should probably get to sweeping the area now that the sun is going down. What a beautiful sunset. Rest easy, my dear. I'll come to see you again tomorrow. Are you here to visit a grave? Be aware that it can get quite chilly here at night. Try not to dawdle. There was a random event here that, like, really that... I do just really love how, you know, there's little events all over the place. I mean, you could use a guide, but I'm really trying not to. On at least my first playthrough. Yeah, right. I feel like I need to save again. How many save files am I at? 60. Oh my. Follow me, please. I'd prefer if the others didn't see us. Right. Pardon us. Afterward, Lloyd and the others were shown to Reese's room. They then outlined what they knew about the blue flowers and recounted the conversation they'd had with Archbishop Aralda. Nothing compared to my 200 with cold steel. 60, that's novice level. I used all 200 save files in 0. Now I understand. It doesn't surprise me that the Archbishop refused to divulge anything to you. Huh? You know something about it, Reese? Yes, about this particular plant you picked. I believe it's the same one written about in the Church's testaments. Or rather, I should say its unofficial testaments, the Apocrypha. Apocrypha? But unofficially, by unofficially you mean their testaments not recognized by the Septine Church. Yes, that's correct. Even within the Church itself, few are permitted to ever lay eyes on them. However, an exception is granted to the Grossritter. That is to say, we are allowed to read the Apocrypha. I have a save problem because of crashes. I feel that, yeah. It's a necessity given how many artifacts are outlined within the pages of those testaments. Now I get it. And you're saying this blue plant is also written about in the Apocrypha? Yes, a particular azure flora is mentioned in the Book of Ladder. It blooms in locations above septium veins and is said to be an omen of things to come, be they for weal or woe. It is called pleroma grass. That name. Gnosis is a drug made from pleroma grass. Isn't that the one written in the cult's records, the main ingredient used in Gnosis? That's correct. Could have sworn we heard the last of that stuff. It's all coming full circle. Keep having Ow crash on me. Really? Like the official release version? So that was what they were using. Many of the mysteries left behind by the cult have remained inscrutable, even to the Church. That's weird. I haven't had any issues. There's also Archbishop Aralda to contend with. He's been stonewalling us from investigating the traces left behind by Joachim Gunther. Wait, there's something I still don't understand. If this pleroma grass is the key ingredient used in Gnosis, then what is it doing blooming all over Crossbow right now? What does it mean? That's a good question. The fact that it corresponds with the cryptid's emergence is also cause for concern. A plant that blooms atop septium veins, not to mention one known simultaneously as a good and bad omen. Yeah, I'm not liking the way these pieces are falling into place. Regardless of what it means, this isn't something we handle on our own. Let's return to the SSS building for now and give the Chief our report. Reese, would you mind if we relayed what you told us to the Guild and CGF? Well, I suppose not, as long as you refrain from mentioning my name. Still trying to avoid the watchful eyes of the Archbishop, are you? Naturally, we wouldn't do anything to compromise you. Reese, then I have no objections. I'm going to get in touch with the Grossritter before beginning my own investigation. Would you be willing to exchange information with me if either of us makes progress? That'd be no problem at all. Thank you for your help. Lloyd and the others then returned to the SSS building. They quickly put together a report of the cryptids and pleroma grass, taking care to include every detail. The report was then sent to the CGF and Bracer Guild via the Orbital Network. After enjoying a late dinner with the Chief and Kia, they succumbed to the exhaustion of the day and went back to their rooms for a good night's sleep. Oh, I will compromise you, Reese.
FBI, open up!
No! If the Girls Order wanted to, they could just force their way in, not like the Bishop can stop them. See, I don't know about that. Like, there's two different types of, like, power, you know? Like, I doubt the Grossritter are, like, the tippity-tippity top of the church. I mean, they're up there, sure, but they still have to listen to orders from someone higher up even then, probably. And if Irala, you know, has connections higher up than them, then, well, who knows? Who knows what connections Irala has? I mean, that could be why. After enjoying a late dinner with the Chief and Kia, they succumbed to the exhaustion. Yep. Yeah, that's true, but they're basically the Black Ops of the church. I mean, yeah, if, you know, things get dire, then yeah, obviously, but, you know, it's hard to tell. Hard to tell what can happen. Now that's what I'm talking about. I've never felt better. With this, I'll crush him. Crush him till he's nothing but dust. What took you, huh? Yeah. No worries. I can go anytime you want. Just one condition. We handle things my way. Got it. I have no clue who that was. But he turned into a daemon, probably. Let's see. So the pleroma grass stuff was the main ingredient for that drug, huh? If that's the case, the department isn't going to overlook it growing across the state. We are planning on continuing our investigation alongside the guild, but is there some other matter you feel warrants attention? You could put it like that, but I think it's a job best left to the other divisions. The referendum is getting closer, and there's bound to be a lot of unrest in the city. Put your focus there. The priority right now is to quell their anxieties before things get out of hand. That's a very good point. So in other words, crisis management. In that case, what do we do regarding today's plans? We already finished our part of the cryptid search yesterday. Well, if we've got the time, we could always go give the braces a hand anyway. What's the matter? Something on your mind? Well, I was just thinking. Why don't we try paying the Rosenberg studio a visit? Oh. That place does have ties to the society. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. We're not in a position to search for the studio without a warrant, of course. But if you recall, the old man living there told us something the last time we visited. If you have no particular business here, then we have nothing to speak about. You may visit me again when you have a reason to. I will at least hear what you have to say, if only out of respect for Ren. And maybe we're stopping by to see him, though doing so does come with its fair share of risks. Maybe so, but I, for one, would like some insight on the mysterious boy's objectives. For all we know, he could be taking shelter at that very studio. I think we should go too. We have to consider the circumstances. There's no telling what the major powers might do at a moment's notice. We can't afford to leave some shady criminal organization to its own devices on top of that. That's a fair assessment. Should we make the studio our first priority then? Yeah, let's get a feel for the situation. Depending on where things go, we may end up needing a search warrant after all. Guess we'll just have to see. Alright, enough round table talk. Let's head on out. Hey guys, does that mean you're leaving for work now? Yeah, that was the plan. Are you going to the library today, Kia? Yeah, I want to find a book in Braille for Shizuku. I'm gonna buy groceries on my way home. Is there anything you want for dinner? Shopping for groceries? Will you be okay on your own, Kia? We know you've been handling all the cooking lately, but even so... It's fine. I buy groceries from Momo's dad and Oscar all the time. And I'm already friends with the Legion's food lady at times, too. Wow. Really? Why the surprise? This is keto we're talking about. Well, in that case, why don't we go for some hot pot today? Can't think of a better cure for this chilly weather. Oh, that's a good idea. It'd be like a team-building exercise, but with food. Hot pot, I suppose that means we'll be eating Eastern style tonight. Can you handle that, Kia? I think I can manage. I want to make the broth from scratch, so I'm gonna go to the stalls on East Street. But look at our little head chef here. We have yet to even leave, and already I look forward to coming home. Thank you, Kia. We'll try our hardest to make it back on time. You got it. Now all we need is a difference between both gnosis besides color. I think it was just how it was refined. Like, they refined the drug, they refined the pleroma grass into something a bit more spicy. And while you're at the grocery store, buy it. No, we're not getting you Skittles, like Scoots. Kia use a track, it's wordly effective. No, Kia use Cute Charm, because she's adorable. Alright, what do we have? Taste of Crossbow. We have request. Taste of Crossbow's on a medium. We have to wait for tomorrow for that, though. Package Pandemonium. Some packages had their addresses mixed up by mistake, and they were delivered to the wrong places. We need some assistance getting them all to all the rightful recipients. Come to Crossville Airport for more details. Capital Delivery Service. Where have I heard that name before? Theme Park Trouble. Michelin Wonderland is recruiting people to help everyone's favorite mascot, Mishy. We need your help to fulfill children's dreams. We eagerly await you at the entrance of the theme park. To get there, just take the cruise ship from Crossbell City's harbor to... Oh my, no. Okay, so Phantom is beyond scary because... No, I'm not reading that one. Nope, not reading that out loud. That is cursed to all hell. One born every minute. The situation at the village has changed since you were here yesterday. We are once again requesting you make an investigation into the suspicious merchant. I'll be waiting for you at Harold Hayward's house in the residential district of the city. West Crossville Highway Monster Extermination. A dangerous monster, Nepenthes G, has been sighted on West Crossville Highway. We ask the Special Support Section deal with this threat swiftly. And I'm going to report on my quests. 58, 62, 66, 73, I've been promoted with an Ingenuity Quartz. Ooh. Also, it's a new day. Looks like we have a few new ones. What's the plan? Work our way through them after we're done at the doll studio? I'm not sure that's a good idea. We don't know what might happen when we get there. I think we should take care of as many of the requests as we can beforehand. You're right, that visit could end with us conducting a search and seizure for all we know. Okay, let's make our way up the mountain path after we take care of these requests. And we better find time to respond to the Michelin Wonderlands, or so help me. Okay. We're getting a lot of paperwork at the department thanks to the referendum. That's not the worst. I dove and regretted it. People make some really screwed up... That's why I don't get into that kind of stuff. Wait, is Michelin urgent? No. I mean, it is, because Tio says it is, but it's not urgent. Some have raised a few eyebrows, but you just let the other division sort it out. Quelling public anxiety comes first. Don't neglect your support request before you investigate the doll studio. 2 words, Kia Paradise. That's where you... Yeah, that's fair. What the heck is going on with that sheet? It's like popping in. Weird. Not too shabby. Oh, that's right. Did get him a new decoration. It's Kia... No, Kia went to... should be at the library today? I got a stuffed plush here that Kia would probably love to bits. I think I'll go give it to her. Lloyd looked for Kia and gave her the stuffed plush as a gift. Wow, is this for me? Thank you so much, Lloyd. You're very welcome. Yep, that is as big as you, Kia. Oh my god. That is bigger than you, Kia. Oh my god. A Y2 penguin. Oh, a pretty. Nah, it's a Y2 penguin. Let's give you the noble carp. Gotta look. Alright, so... let's see, 7:30. Oh, it's just you guys. Gee, you scared me. I thought you were Momo for a second. Ryu, this is part of the SSS building. You can't just slip in like you own the place. Come on, Lloyd. Sharing is caring. Now, do your pal Ryu is solid and keep quiet about where I'm hiding. Don't be a narc. He's a cop! Just call a cop a narc. I'm playing hide and seek with Ryu and Henri, but I can't find them at all. Where did they go? The last time we played hide and seek, I went on until the sun went down. I wonder if Momo will actually manage to find us this time. Well, you're not doing a very good job, Momo. No. Over this way. This way. This way. Yes, that way. Yes. So what's your opinion on really annoying hiding spots for lore? How annoying? Hide and seek. I remember playing it all the time back when I was little. Watching those kids have fun together really puts a smile on my face. Stupid dad, he wants me to go to see how Wendy's doing at work today. He hardly ever gets any days off, so I wish he'd learn to spend them relaxing. Why don't we go to Genton and watch Wendy work? It's not every day we get the opportunity. Maybe seeing your sister on the job will inspire you to follow in her footsteps. Shut up, Dad. I already told you I'm not going to be a stupid engineer. Chiruru's back from another one of her little adventures. She's with Katarina right now, though. It's heartening to know both of my kids are blessed with such good friends in their lives. That's something I have to be thankful for. Oh, where is... I got my hands on that CNS published travel guide titled The Many Famous Views of Crossbow. It features a ton of scenic locales that would make for perfect photo shoot material. The best ones take some trekking to get to, though. Where should I go next, I wonder? Good luck jumping through hoops while made of fire while doused in gasoline hard. Not my favorite, then. Mr. Levick and his wife decided to take a little road trip today. They said they'd be going all the way to the state line. Sounds nice, doesn't it? I wish I could kick back and live the retired life like that. Man, I am great at English. Sometimes I have my doubts I'm getting to be anywhere near the architect my grandfather was. It's for particular events that are supposed to be hidden, but like, if they're so hidden where it's obnoxious to get to them, then no one's gonna search them out. Probably. Pardon me, I should get back to my work now. I mean, like, I don't mind, you know, like that random Lloyd event, where he looked at the gravestone. That, I would say, that's a hard bit of lore to find, but, I mean, you're in a specific area at that time, and if you talk to the people around there, you'll find it. But, like, if you have to be, like, say, take that other quest that showed up, in Chapter 2, I believe, where none of the NPC dialogue changed. You just had to know to go to a place that's super out of the way just to find the quest. Like having to play through the entire game a second time? Yeah, that's a... I'm not the biggest fan of that either. That 100% should have been a single playthrough thing. My husband's thought of himself as an inferior to his grandfather for as long as I've known him, but helping to design the exterior of Orcus Tower has done wonders for his confidence. It's his proudest work, as I'm sure he'd agree. Yeah, Cold Steel 2's little hidden thing, I think that was a little too hidden. I just don't get Bennett. Since when did I raise a girl to be allergic to compliments? I thought she'd have grown out of her awkward phase by now. Yeesh, is she a handful or what? Bennett's newest bread has been flying off the shelves, which you'd think she'd be happy about. But now, I can't go a day without her hollering about how my days are numbered before my reign is over. Man, you don't think she hates me, do you? No. In fact, it's the opposite. She wants the baguette. Which one do you want, Chirur? The new special's a good choice if you ask me. Sure, I'll go with that one then. It's kind of cute, too. I know, right? It's the cutest. Context, it kind of makes sense, but I can't really say much else with spoiling stuff. That's fair. Ugh, stupid Oscar. What, is that all just a game to him or something? Still, that face he made after taking his first bite, it looked like he genuinely loved it. No, what am I saying? This is nothing but a ploy to catch me off my guard. Okay. Damn, chick is crazy. Mr. Grimwood seems terribly busy recently, and today's no different. He's been making more than a few trips in and out of his office. Mom and her friends are playing outside today. Traffic has been getting worse lately, so I hope they're able to watch out for cars. Mr. Grimwood is holed up upstairs revising his Constitution draft again. He'll be up to his neck in work today, so I need to support him the best I can. Oh, wow, I never knew you could bake cookies in a frying pan. The basic idea is the same, yes, though you do have to take care the dough doesn't stick. There's more than one way to cook anything, dear. You do well to remember that. I will, thanks, Granny. Huh? I smell something sweet coming from downstairs. Is someone baking? I gotta go get in on that action. Alrighty. Excuse us, you put in a request for the special support section? Ah, hello there, SSS. I can't tell you how glad I am that you're here to help with this again. Yes, thank you very much for coming. Can you tell us what's happened since yesterday, Chief Tolta? I understand there was a new development in the case. Yes, that's correct. I fear the situation is more dire than we originally thought. I'd like to discuss it in depth with you, alright? Would that be alright? Yeah. Right now is fine. Please fill us in on the details. You mentioned that the situation had changed since yesterday? That it has. Yesterday evening, I went to the Ash Tree Inn in another attempt to persuade Derek. I told him that Minokark was far too suspicious and that he had to break ties with him. He didn't beat around the bush then, huh? Not for a second. But in the end, Derek still refused to listen. However, I did learn something new. And so I hurried here to discuss the matter with Mr. Hayworth. Something new? Has Minith taken some form of action? What Chief Tolta told me caught me off guard, if I may be frank. Minith's grip on the village is far tighter than we have given him credit for. Would you mind elaborating? From what we learned yesterday, several villagers already trust him. Has it gone further than that? Well, you see, Minith has not only secured the private property on Old Armorica Road, but also the deeds to numerous plots and fields in the village itself. What? As shocking as that is, one question comes to mind. How was he able to pull off something that big? Good question. For what we know, Minith pitched a plan to increase Armorica's lotus production, as he puts it. By slowly accumulating deeds to the villagers' farmlands, he could expand the lotus fields and streamline their harvests. Moreover, management of the plots themselves would be contracted to the Quincy Company to reduce the required labor. That does line up with what we heard yesterday. At first blush, it sounds like a pretty good deal for the villagers. Yeah, too good to be true. As long as those deeds are in Minna's hands, he can abuse the land in any way he wants. There'd be no coming back from that. Indeed, the man cannot be trusted by any means. He is solely focused on that private property of ours. Even the worst-case scenario wouldn't be too terrible. But now that he is using the plots of land within the village, the results could be catastrophic. You guys might be shit out of luck when it comes to breaking that contract, though. That's where you come in. If you can expose him, then perhaps the contract can be voided. I know there's nothing criminal happening on the surface here, but even still, can we ask you to look into this? Well, the SSS has never actually been all that beholden to CPD protocol. Our job is to support the citizens when they request it. You've given us enough reason to find Minna suspicious, so we'll gladly help. Thank you, Detective Mannings. All of you have been our village guardian angels. Where should we begin the investigation? I'm at a bit of a loss on that myself. Me too. It's not as if we have any smoking guns to look at. True. In that case, why not ask Ian for assistance? Do you mean Mr. Grimwood? Yes, granted we're only working off our suspicions at the moment, but if you explain the situation to Ian, he may be able to find a trace of something illicit in Minna's actions. That sounds like a good idea. Even a shred of evidence against Minna would be a good starting point for the investigation. I should warn you though, Ian's been incredibly busy ever since the mayor advocated for our independence. There's no guarantee he'll have the time to see you. Only one way to find out. Off to the Grimwood Law Office. Maybe we'll catch him, maybe we won't. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, let's go pay him a visit. We'll leave it to you then. I'll ask my business associates if they heard any rumors about Minith or the Quincy Company. We would appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. You're the only ones I can count on. I'm so powerless in all of this, it's just pathetic of me. Don't worry, Chief Toto. We'll handle it from here. You just sit tight and relax. And maybe pray to the goddess for good luck while you're at it. Very well, I'll be waiting for you. One born every minute has started. Yeah, might as well. Just gotta do the quest. Oh, he's taking a break. That's good. Oh, Mr. Grimwood. We were afraid you might have been out of your office. Ah, yes, I was just in the middle of taking a much-needed break. But it would seem you're desperate in need of my counsel. Is it really that obvious? I've seen those looks on your faces coming through my door countless times. Please, take a seat. I might be busy, but I'm happy to lend you an ear. Our apologies, and thank you. Lloyd and the SSS explained what they learned about Minith and his actions throughout the past 24 hours. They also mentioned that Minith had been collecting deeds to plots of land in Armorica Village. I see. This is quite a predicament the village has found itself in. A case such as this would typically be a top priority for me, but as you know, I've been busy this past week drafting up a preliminary constitution for the mayor. I apologize, but I won't have the time to handle this case personally. That's unfortunate, but we understand. We suspected that would be the case still, even just a consultation would be helpful. Very well. I'll give you any advice I can while you're here. We appreciate it, Mr. Grimwood. So, do you have any insight on this? At this point, there's no evidence of Minith engaging in any unlawful activity, at least as far as we can tell. Is there something we're missing? I do have one idea. Damn, already? Possibly. An Erebonian contact of mine once provided me with some reference material for a very similar case, though I can't say the circumstances are an exact match. Any lead that could help us with the investigation is a good one. If you think this other case is worth mentioning, we'd be happy to hear about it. Very well, I can hardly refuse you all. For what I can recall... Several years ago, a man visited the estate of an Erebonian baron. He introduced himself as Rittner, an enterprising businessman working for a famous brewing company. Rittner presented the baron with an opportunity to become rich beyond his wildest dreams, and quickly at that. He proposed that the baron's barley fields, which had been passed down the family for generations, be used to establish a brewery. The facilities would be constructed on the barony, and his family would be responsible for managing them. That was the idea, anyway. Hold on a second. What you're telling us is awfully reminiscent of what's going down in Armorica. The Baron accepted the deal and signed Rittner's contract. Then, under the pretense of constructing the brewery, the fields and a portion of Baron's land were temporarily transferred to Rittner. Moreover, the Baron converted his assets into capital for the sake of getting the business off the ground. However, Rittner soon disappeared with both the deeds and the capital, never to be seen again. The hell? The Baron and his family panicked after suddenly losing contact with Rittner. At the time, there was no idea of the gravity of what was about to unfold. To their shock and surprise, they learned Rittner had sold the deeds to a third party. The land was to be repurposed into a villa resort. Today, it stands as part of a suburb instead. In the end, the Baron's family racked up a substantial debt. Before long, they had lost their entire territory. With that, the family was stripped of their rank and they vanished without a trace. I know exactly who this family is. Embryo? Damn, that's one hell of a story. The man conned them into giving up their property and sold it right under their noses. Who would even do such a thing? Your investigation immediately reminds me of that case. One person lies to earn another's trust before running off with a large fortune. It's a common strategy for committing fraud. Fraud? If this case is the same, then Mineth may not be a Quincy Company employee at all. He'd simply be a con man trying to swindle Armorica for all they're worth. Precisely. I can't say for certain that's the case here, but I'm concerned. Oh yeah, let's get the stack out time for a witch trial. Oh. That's the Capua family, right? Precisely. I can't say for certain that it's the case here, but I'm concerned it might be. I agree. There are too many parallels between that story and our case. It'd be best if we shifted our focus to investigating this potential act of fraud. That changes the kind of leads we should be looking into. Exactly. As far as Mineth goes, there are two major areas that stand out to me as suspicious. First, that plan of his. We need to find out whether or not he's actually done anything to establish this Armorican honey company. We could probably figure that by following the mirror trail. You'd have to apply for a bank loan to open a business in Crossbill. If it's all a sham, then we'll find the evidence we need at the IBC. The other point of concern is whether Mineth is actually an employee of the Quincy Company. The Quincy Company's headquarters aren't in Crossbill, though, so that'll be a little tougher to ferret out. I may be able to help with that. We should try stopping by my grandfather's home. The McDowell estate? Why? There should be a brochure about the Quincy Company there. It outlines how the company operates. We may be able to find some useful information. What's something like that doing in your Gram's pad, mademoiselle? Well, because I happen to enjoy making sweets, alright. I once took an interest in the Quincy Company, so I ordered one of the brochures. Last I recall, it was on the shelf of my old bedroom. Then again, I doubt a simple brochure would have all the info we need. I wouldn't be so quick to discount the possibility. It's official Quincy Company material. You might be able to find something that conflicts with what Mineth said. It never hurts to cover all of your bases. Agreed. Let's drop by the McDowell estate too and see how it pans out. Thanks for the invaluable advice, Mr. Grimwood. Because of you, we finally have some leads to chase down. Always happy to be of service. Just to confirm, you said you were using the Hayworth residence as a base of operations, yes? Yeah, we are. Very well, I'll lend you my help with this case for as long as time permits me. Though unfortunately, I can't make any promises given my other responsibilities. That's not a problem at all. You've already helped us immensely. It's nice having a professional in the neighborhood we can lean on. I'll try to meet up with you at the Hayworths later. Good luck with your investigation until then. Thanks, Mr. Grimwood. Yeah, let's get this investigation underway. To start, we'll need to go to the IBC and look into Mineth's plan regarding the Armorica Honey Company. It would be a good idea to swing by the McDowell estate for that brochure too. Something in there might contradict Mineth's words. That gives us a total of 2 leads to follow up on. Roger, we won't rest until we find that evidence. God, that's such a cool little detail that they didn't have to put in. They could have, I mean, this quest is so interesting. This was Ellie's room, right? Yes. Let's see. Oh, here it is. This is the Quincy Company brochure I mentioned earlier. Dang, they even had this sucker bound. Can't say they ain't put effort into the thing. They have ample resources to do so, considering the size of the company. Whatever is written inside should be sufficiently credible. Then it's a good thing we stopped by for it. Alright, let's take a closer look inside. As a leader in confectionery manufacturing, the Quincy Company strives tirelessly toward its next innovation. This brochure aims to briefly introduce the methods and creeds that drive our passion. We believe key aspects of any confectionery is its taste. Otherwise, how could anyone enjoy it? With this belief as a core tenet, the Quincy Company refuses to compromise on the quality of its products. Our factories are fitted with the latest equipment and operated with the utmost attention to hygiene. Here at the Quincy Company, we are particular not just about the quality of our ingredients, but where they are sourced as well. Our product development pipeline, too, is run with the strictest of standards. Prototypes are personally sampled by our executives, who, after many meetings, decide whether a product is worthy to go to market. Only then can they reach the production line. This has been a Quincy Company tradition since its founding, such that we may deliver our valuable customers nothing less than the finest confectionaries to enjoy. It is this commitment to excellence that has made the Quincy Company the exceptional confectioner it is today. And probably scam the Hayworths too, that's why he's helping Jess No Proof. I don't think so. I think Harold is just a good dude. I'm not sure what we were expecting. This is all your typical corporate double talk. Also, he does kind of have a monetary interest in this, because if they do this, they're not going to be selling him the honey anymore. I'm not sure what we were expecting, but all this is just typical corporate double talk. Did anybody manage to find a contradiction between this and something Minute had said? Not in particular. Maybe coming here for this brochure was a waste of time after all. Actually, I did notice something. You did? Oh, I get it. You just activated old detective mode and bam, right? Well, don't leave us hanging. What'd you find? If you remember what Minute told us yesterday at the hotel, the answer is obvious. It was only a passing remark, but it still comes into a major conflict with what's written in this brochure. Enough to prove that he isn't, in fact, an employee of the Quincy Company to begin with. You got that much out of this one little pamphlet? That's right. You see, if Minute... Sorry to cut you off, but where's all the fun spoiling it all now? What are you talking about? Well, if I'm being honest, it's annoying that you're the only one who figured it out. So why not give the rest of us a chance and save it for when we interrogate Minute? Wazy, this is an investigation, not some game. I agree with Wazy, actually. Your hypothesis might not be accurate after all. As a precaution, we shouldn't let ourselves be swayed by a mere hunch. Not to mention, I don't appreciate you stealing the spotlight with your detective mode, as Randy put it. Why do I get the feeling the second comment was the real reason she doesn't want me to share? Fine, if you two insist, instead, I'll give you all... I want you all to consider everything we've learned so far. I'll summarize the main point of the brochure in the detective notebook. All that's left is for us to visit the IBC. Let's see what we can find out there. Lead the way. Yeah. Okay, what did he write down in the book, actually? That is a good... Let's see... Quincy executive sample product prototype to decide whether they are worthy of being brought to market. Yeah, that's kind of what I saw. They're just building this factory. I heard the last remaining Calvardian terrorists from the trade conference were finally arrested yesterday. Apparently they were caught trying to return to the public by rail. It turned into a huge incident. That must have been a real fight for the passengers. I doubt any of them expected to share a train with wanted fugitives. And an old lady. Hello, SSS. What can I do for you today? Well, we'd like to ask for the IBC's cooperation with an investigation we're working on. Would it be possible for you to do an account search for us, Lanfei? We're hoping to look into some suspicious mirror transfers from a certain depositor. You want me to pull up a private information on one of our clients, then? Doing so is within company policy if it's related to a criminal inquiry. But would you mind telling me the details of the situation first? Not a problem. Lloyd provided all the information they had on the suspected fraud case. I see. I believe I understand the circumstances now. Will this be sufficient probable cause for us to conduct a search? Cracking down on these kind of things is in the bank's best interest too. Fraud would damage your reputation. You are correct, and this is related to a legitimate investigation. I can help, but you'll have to settle for me simply telling you what I can pull up on my terminal screen here. That's more than enough, if you would please. Very well. First, let me search an account registered under the name Minute. Amarca Honey Company, subsidiary of the Quincy Company. There we are. We do indeed have an account open under that name. Hold on. What happened? Did you find something incriminating? Well, I don't have the authority to tell you the exact balance on record, but I will say that the Armorican Honey Company has no more than the minimum deposit in its account. What exactly does that mean? Basically, corporate accounts require an initial sum of capital to open. In this case, the base amount is all there is. From what you've told me, that would leave tens of thousands of Mira unaccounted for. Minith has the construction of the factory management of the field and more to cover. It is simply impossible for any minimum deposit to be capable of financing all of it. That much is clear. And despite him holding the titles to the lands and signing several deals, the balance hasn't changed a single time? It's suspicious to say the very least. By which I mean, this account appears to have been made for the sole purpose of gaining Derek's trust. Things clearly aren't adding up here, in more ways than one. Yeah, this is just the kind of evidence we needed. We appreciate your cooperation, Lanfei. Not at all, I'm glad I could be of assistance. Should you ever require anything more, please don't hesitate to ask. We'll keep that in mind. Okay, we now have material on every suspicious aspect of Minith and his plan. Let's make our way back to the Hayworth residence. Got it. Alrighty. Oh, Mr. Grimwood is here. Ah, it's the SSS. There you all are. It helps when you have connections to every giant organization in and out of state. Yeah. Mr. Grimwood, I'm glad you could make it. Did you just get back yourself, Mr. Hayworth? Yes, I finished asking my business associates about the matter at hand. How do things go on your end? We were able to round up a few leads thanks to Mr. Grimwood. How about you, Mr. Harold? Or Mr. Hayworth, not Mr. Harold. I did just the same, in a manner of speaking. You see, I'm not quite sure of what to make of it all. Well, you went through the trouble of digging up that info, so you may as well share with the rest of the class. Agreed. The information may be beneficial to our investigation. I suppose you're right. I asked my business associates if the name Minith rang any bells, having never heard it myself. What they informed me is that he's been making inquiries into a certain market since arriving in Crossbell. And what market would that be? Land prices in various locations throughout Crossbell. Land prices? He sounds more like a real estate agent at this point. Why would a Quincy Company employee even need that kind of information? The answer to that just might be instrumental in helping us figure out Minith's true objective here. You think so? It certainly is something worth considering. Incidentally, I may have discovered something else of note since we last saw one another. Huh? Harold, Chief Tolta, could I ask you to help me find something in my office? At your office, Ian? I don't mind, but is it important? Well, it isn't substantial enough to prove anything in and of itself, but we may be able to use it as the final nail in the coffin once you've pinned Minith down. You really got something like that up your sleeve, Grizzly Grim? Possibly, but we may not make it in time, so please, don't wait for us. You want to get to Armorica Village as quickly as you can. If Minith is the criminal we think he is, then his plan could very well be in the final stages as we speak. I'm confident, however, that the evidence you have on hand will be enough for you to solve the case. Best of luck, SSS. Got it. Thanks, Mr. Grimwood. Okay, guys, off to Armorica Village. It's time to reveal Minith's true colors and stop his phony deals dead in their tracks. Right. This whole incident has Chief Tolta worried sick, but I suppose that's only natural. This involves not only his village, but his son as well. Still, too much stress can ruin your health. I'll do what I can to keep him calm. I'll return to the village after I help Mr. Grimwood find whatever it is he's looking for. Till then, I leave my son in your hands. Please do what you can to save Derek from himself. I'll drive Ian and Chief Tolta over to Armorica in my car once we're done. In the meantime, tread carefully, everyone. Don't let that Minith get the best of you. The evidence I'm searching for may serve as the final nail in Minith's coffin once you pin him down. In any case, you should hurry your way over to Armorica Village soon. If Minith is the criminal we think it is, then his plan could very well be in its final stages. I'm confident, however, that the evidence you have on hand, yes, that is true. Oh, we have honey. Ah, it's so sweet and yummy. I love Colin. Good kid. Good kid. And we'll finish up this quest. I heard Derek and Minith's plan is almost ready to go. We'll just have to see what happens next. Gotta say, I'm looking forward to it. I don't quite understand these changes Derek's been pushing for the village. Granted, it's true that having orbital tools in the field would make things easier, but the simple truth is I like field work. I'm not sure how I feel about having my job taken over by machines. Damn it, did they already close the deal? You six again. The special support section. Derek, Minith, we have a few things we'd like to ask. What kind of agreements were you hoping to conduct today? Meddling in my affairs on my father's behalf again, are you? Please, Derek, there's no harm in answering their questions. After all, our plan has already been set into motion. And what do you mean by that? Right before you all arrived, Derek and I finished signing the requisite paperwork. In doing so, we have arranged to expand the operations of the Lotus Field lent to me by the villagers. The Quincy Company will take over the management of the fields. What? You signed away the rights to almost all the villagers' agriculture. Is that what you want, Derek? What are you talking about? Nothing is changing. I'm only transferring management of the fields to him. Yes, of course. It's quite simple, really. With my company harvesting the honey, we'll be able to streamline production of the candy. The temporary transfer of land rights to my company is a necessary first step to facilitate the process. What a crafty bastard. His scheme has reached its final phase, which means... Now then, Derek, I'll be delivering this contract to your main office. We'll be in touch come tomorrow. Looking forward to good news. Sounds great. I'll be waiting. Lloyd, we can't let him get away. Before you go, Minith, we have a few more questions. Oh? And what might they be? Well, for starters, are you aware of the allegations leveled against you? The primary of which, of course, is suspicion of fraud. What? That's absurd! How dare you insult Minith like that? Now, Derek. Please calm yourself. Minith? The special support section, was it? What could possibly make you suspect me of being a common criminal? Surely you have some manner of proof of your claim. That we do. Intriguing. Why don't you tell me all about it, then? But first, let me remind you that I am an Imperial citizen. If it turns out that your allegations are indeed entirely baseless, I will do what I must to right that indignity, police officers though you may be. That's fine with us. Lloyd? Don't worry, Ellie. Let me handle this. Based on our investigation, there's no doubt in my mind that Minith is guilty. I'm gonna expose him as the fraud he is and show Derek the truth. How very glib. If that's how you want to play this, then go right ahead. I'll answer anything you like. Wait, is there a capital quest in this same day? Yes, there is. And that's wild. Like, this is so cool. I love it. Well, your first question. Right, about your actions in Crossbell. There's a contradiction between what you've said and what you've done. Could you please recount your actions for me? A contradiction? Very well. Since arriving in Crossbell, I've been cooperating with Derek to advance our plans. Said plans will result in the formation of the Armorican Honey Company, a subsidiary of the Quincy Company. It will specialize in producing candy made from Armorica's high-quality honey. Combined with my company's acumen, it is a surefire success. Quick, go kidnap them. They will help a lot. No, this is one of the delivery people, probably. Not, one of them. The venture has already been approved by the city and is just about prepared to launch. Tell me, what is so contradictory about that? Well, everything. This plan is more like a charade from where I'm standing. Our investigation has uncovered a key discrepancy in what you just said. You see, Minith... his confectionery acumen, that the plan is underway, the potential profitability... I think it's that the plan is underway. Right? Because the plan shouldn't be underway until they actually start the... It's either the first or the second. It's either one or two. When in doubt, go with B. The records we looked into at the IBC reveal your mistake. You said this plan is prepared to launch. In reality, it hasn't actually made any progress at all. The IBC? What are you talking about? Consider this. If the Quincy Company truly did intend to go through with this plan in Crossbell, Regardless, they would all know this guy from what we know. They're all the... Were they all the servants? I don't think they were all the servants. I think they probably had some new hires, at least at this point. The Quincy Company truly did intend to go through with this plan in Crossbell. It would need a loan from the IBC to fund the construction and development of the subsidiary. Well, yes, of course. I registered the company with the city and opened a corporate account. But that's as far as you went, isn't it? The account for the Armorican Honey Company contained no more than the minimum balance required to open it. Quite a few of them were loyal servants, and if Josette showed up, he's gonna get an oral gun to the face. Well, you're not wrong there. We aren't told the exact amount. I would speculate it's only in the tens of thousands of Mira. Just how are you planning to build a factory and run a business with so little starting capital? You looked into my IBC account? This can't be true, can it, Minith? Please don't misunderstand, Derek. I never said there was any credibility to their any credence to their claims. I'm merely commenting on the audacity it takes to do something so invasive. Forget that. Explain why there's hardly any mirror in that account. Being an executive of the company, I must be especially judicious when moving money around. As such, I can't take out a loan on behalf of the Quincy Company. Of course, I will be securing one from the IBC once I've received permission from the main office. Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. A deft evasion. Don't count us out just yet. I can tell Minith is getting frustrated. If we continue to press him and pile on the evidence, we can get him to crack. That look in your face tells me you have something more to ask. It just so happens that I do. That was far from my only point of contention about you, Minith. You're still not satisfied? Don't let them rattle you, Derek. This will be a good opportunity for me to clear your mind of any and all doubt. Next, I'd like to ask you about you, Minith. You say you're an executive of the Quincy Company, but is that really true? Wait, what are you implying? Are you trying to say that Minith isn't associated with the Quincy Company at all? That's what our evidence points to. Oh, goodness me, I didn't expect you to say something so outlandish. Now, how about I show you my business card and employee ID? Those articles could easily be forged. Regardless, we have evidence that would supersede either of those. And we found it in a Quincy Company informational brochure. An informational brochure? Oh yeah, the one in Mademoiselle's room. We recorded the main point in the detective notebook. The brochure comes directly from the Quincy Company's main office, so there's no doubt as to its authenticity. What's more, there's a clear discrepancy between its contents and what you told us yesterday. What I told you? That's right. Something you mentioned made it clear to us you aren't the executive you claim to be. Creation of a subsidiary, his history in sales, his dislike of sweets? Creation of a subsidiary, I think. Allow me to recount something from our conversation yesterday. You confirmed to us that you plan to establish a subsidiary in Armorica Village. Yes, I said something along those lines. What's your point? Wait, what does that prove? You really botched this one up, Pannings. Sorry about that, I misspoke. Oh, I get it now. Huh? Despite working for the company, I've never been one for sweets. That's what he told us yesterday. Are you kidding me? Well, that's one BP down. Wazy, how exactly is that relevant? That's right, I don't care for sweets. What of it? Are you trying to say that someone who dislikes sweets couldn't possibly work for a confectionery company? Not this particular one, no. So you caught on too, did you, Tio? What are you on about? Who do you work for? The confectionery police department? This is what's written in the brochure. Prototypes are personally sampled by our executives, who, after many meetings, decide whether a product is worthy to go to market. I have a guide up and watching the fail is fun. Hey, you know what? I don't. Well, isn't that interesting? What does that... Wait. It is illogical that somebody who has a distaste for sweets could be employed by Quincy, given their traditions. Would you not agree? That's... No, I mean, I never said I hated sweets. That's not gonna work on us. You admitted not liking them in this very conversation. How stupid do you think we are? Yeah. So that raises the question, why would you lie about being an executive of the Quincy Company? It's simple. You intend to gain Derek's trust before ripping him off. This is the only deduction I can make based on the evidence. As for the confectioner seeking to make use of Armorica's honey, the Quincy Company was merely a name with weight to it, one that Minith threw around as a show of credibility. Minith, what is the meaning of this? You tricked me. Derek, don't allow yourself to be deceived by these scoundrels. What'd you just call us? I mean, think about it for a second. Let's say, for argument's sake, that I did come to Armorica Village for the purpose of founding a fraudulent honey company. If, that being the case, I had an ulterior motive in deceiving my very good new friend, Derek, then what was it? Why would I go to such ridiculous lengths? If you have no proof to back your claims, then you've no right to call me a fraud. You should arrest yourselves for slander. We do bear the burden for proof, as well as providing a viable motive. As far as the motive goes, I think I have a pretty good idea. What? Are you sure, Lloyd? I've barely even started untangling everything that's going on here. Don't worry, I've got this. The person who pointed us in the right direction today also went to retrieve the final piece of evidence we need. The last piece of the puzzle that'll oust Minith once and for all. Quit with the mumbling. If you have something to say, then out with it. With pleasure. You went to all of these lengths to deceive this village with one goal in mind. Seizing land rights. Your true objective here is obtaining the land rights to Armorica Village itself. What? As a trader we know named Harold Hayworth gave us some information about you. Immediately after arriving in Crossbell, you, Minith, started looking into land prices throughout the state. If you were employed by the Quincy Company in search of new business ventures, this would make no sense. So why do it? I can only think of one possibility. Seizing land was your aim from the very start. It was, of all the outrageous schemes. There's more to it. Armorica Village is surrounded by scenic beauty, making it a high-value location. Suppose the deeds were sold to a third party as prime real estate for a villa resort. How much mira do you think they would go for? Land like this, I would estimate somewhere in the tens of millions of mira. That said, I don't think the villagers would ever agree to such an arrangement. Exactly. That's what made this whole fraudulent ruse, painstakingly as it was, a necessity. Now, if we assume your motive was to obtain the land itself, your actions become that much more clear. First, you obtain the rights to the Lotus Fields, the farmland, and the village's private property. Then, under the pretext of returning to your company's main office, you vanish from Crossbelt entirely. Finally, you sell the deed on the black market and pocket the hefty sum of mira they're worth. That, Minith, has been your plan the entire time. Ugh! Minith, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Lloyd. Is that... Thank goodness, it looks like we made it in time. Derek. Father, Mr. Hayworth. Aren't you from Mr. Grimwood's office? I'm his assistant, Pete. He would have come in himself, but he had to get back to drafting the Constitution. Did you come with the evidence? That we did. Ian said this would prove to be useful insurance. You're all gonna want to take a look at this. Pete produced a photograph for everyone to see. It was of a man who looked like a merchant with the same face as Minith's. The man in this picture is... Why? Why do you have this? A reporter Mr. Grimwood knew in the Empire gave it to him a long time ago. However, the name on this photo isn't Minith's, it's Rittner. Rittner, I feel like we heard that name recently. I remember. It's the name of the man who stole that Erebonian baron's land, the one Mr. Grimwood told us about. Oh yeah, that dude. That's right, I asked Ian about it again, and he said there's no mistaking it. Well, this is a plot twist I wasn't expecting. Lloyd, why don't you do Minith the honors? Tell him the only thing this photo could mean. With pleasure. The reason the man before us, Minith, and the man in this photo, Rittner, look identical is... They're twins! They're the same person. Minith and Rittner are one and the same. That's the only explanation. And it's because they're the same that their MOs are such a close match. Mr. Grimwood came to the same conclusion. This man must have swindling down to an exact orbital science. You're a crook, Minith. As such, you'll be charged with attempted fraud. This is, of course, on top of the frauds you previously committed in Erebonia. I can only guess how many skeletons we'll find in your closet when we're done with you. I would very much like to hear all the details in the department's interrogation room. You. I am professional. My work must be flawless. You meddlesome brutes. Minith? Don't get too full of yourself just yet. You may have won this time, but I won't be apprehended so easily. What? Come, my lovely beasts. Why? What? Monsters. They appear to be well trained too. These cougars don't frickin' tell me. No! Derek! Chief told that it's too dangerous. Do you have any idea what you're doing? He does this a lot, that's all I'll say. Just, why does he have them? I know precisely what I'm doing, hence why I'm doing it. Oh, and don't think for even a second about trying to fight me. That is, unless you value the life of Derek and the villagers. Now step aside if you would. The red, what do you think? Red constellation, obviously. Now step aside if you would. Further, Ellie, you have a gun. Shoot him in the leg or something. Fare thee well, for we shall never meet again. I'm sorry, but your contractor would attack you without a second thought. Derek. Damn it, we can't just let him escape. After him. No! He managed to get away. Ugh, I've never been so frustrated. I can't believe a spineless coward like him gave us a slip. At least none of the villagers were hurt. Let's look at the silver lining. What a mess. If we come across him again, he won't be so lucky. For now, though, let's regroup with Chief Tolta and the villagers so we can report what's happened. Yeah, that's a good idea. We have a car! We have a car! What? I can't thank you all enough for what you've done today. It's no exaggeration to say that you saved the village from the clutches of that con man. Though he still got away in the end. We have a car! It was right there! Parked! Yes, but now the department knows to keep a lookout for him. It should only be a matter of time before he's caught. Derek? I made a grave mistake. Can I put everyone through so much trouble just so they could fix it? I let that man rope me into his scheme, and it nearly cost all of us our livelihoods. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're not the one who's guilty. Wrong. It's my fault completely. No two ways about it. I was so desperate to fix and reform Armorica that I ignored my father and almost drove it into the ground instead. I have no right to become the next village chief. That is where you're wrong. Father, I've been so stuck in the old ways that I never tried to hear your proposals for what they were. I've known the village will go under if you maintain our current course, and yet I've done nothing. It is my inaction that drove you to do this. Thus, I must bear a large share of the responsibility for letting it happen. That's very admirable, Chief Tolta. Thanks to this crisis, I finally realized where I went wrong. The welfare of this village cannot hinge entirely on the ideology of a single, stubborn old man. So instead, Derek, I would ask that you provide me your input as well. We will each contribute our ideas and discuss them with the villagers. That is the only way we can ensure a future for Armorica. You're right. I'm so sorry, Father. From here on out, I'm going to dedicate myself to the betterment of the village. I'm happy the two of you were able to reconcile. Same. Makes almost losing your whole village to some crook worth it, wouldn't you say? Put a sock in it, Wazy. Learn how to read a room. I'm really sorry about him. I swear, we've tried everything. At any rate, we owe you all an enormous debt, so allow me to express my thanks once more. I also owe you my gratitude to Mr. Grimwood. It's a shame he couldn't be here. I'll pass your thanks to Mr. Grimwood and let him know what happened. Even if it's only played a minor role, or even if I only played a minor role, I'm glad I could be of assistance. I look forward to our continued partnership, Chief Tolta. Same to you, Harold. If you could, keep a lookout for Minith, just in case he returns. And of course, you could always contact the SSS if you ever need our assistance. Hopefully it'll never be for anything related to this ordeal again. We'll be sure to keep you in mind. Quest 1 born every minute completed. We had a car! We could have chased after him! Our car is probably a lot faster than that van. Sorry, that is actually... Wow. Mr. Gorman has his hands full with drafting the Constitution, so he couldn't make it today. Luckily, it looks like everything worked out in the end. I'll pass Chief Tolta's thanks over to Mr. Grimwood and let him know what happened. Yeah, and he would have just let the monsters out. Don't want to anger Noelle. Okay, then we fight the monsters. Like, here's what happened. Here's what would happen. We chase after him. Ellie shoots one of the tires, so it has a flat tire, so he can't escape that way. Then the monsters come out because he's lost. He's at his last resort. Then, have you ever seen a car fanatic angry? Once again, then the monsters come out. We get out of the car, fight the monsters. He escapes. We get back in the car, chase after him, and then shoot him in the head. Huh? I like that one. I'll pass Chief Tolta thanks over to Mr. Grimm and let him know what happened. I like that line. Thank you very much for your help, everyone. It's because of all of you that Derek and Chief Tolta were finally able to make up. Also, if you shoot a tire there, he might fall in the river, but then it becomes a problem because he's originally from Erebonia. Is he, though? He already faked his identity, I mean... So again, he already faked his identity. If he shows up in later games, I don't remember him, to be honest. I remember a quest, like, where sort of similar, but... But you really think they won't take this chance to it? They're gonna invade anyway! It's because of all of you that Derek and Chief Tolta were finally able to make up. I knew turning to the SSS was the right call to make. Also, I doubt anyone in Erebonia cares about him. Protecting the future of Armorica Village. My son and I have been too close-minded towards each other's views to see that we share the same goal. This ordeal must have been the goddess's way of teaching us that. I was wrong to try to solve all the village's problems by myself. This whole mess has shown me just how flawed my judgment has been up until now. From here on, I need only to work with my father, no, the whole village, to create a brighter future. That's true, but they would just use them as an excuse? Then don't tell them. Oh, we arrested some guy. Derek and his fathers have finally reconciled. I couldn't be more relieved. Lecter would find out, and you know, he would probably find out, yeah. But, like, he's not in Crossbow right now. He's got things to deal with right now, okay? Thank you all so much for your help. Alright, well, I mean, we have... Turns out Meneth fellow was a scoundrel. Even I got led up the garden path by his fake smile and courteous ways. Derek's got it the worst of any of us, though. I hope that boy's not being too hard on himself. I can't believe Meneth released monsters in the middle of the village. Thank the goddess none of the children were hurt. Right, you know what, we think we gonna... I'm telling you, though, we could have just... Speaking of that game, I don't know if it'll work, though. Well, I'm gonna head back to Crossbow Garage. And we will be calling it a day. Alrighty, so anyway, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Actors.json is giving me problems. I don't know if it's a permission issue or not. Above my pay grade. I know nothing about it, so. But anyway, have a wonderful night, everyone, and yeah, I should be back for more trails on Wednesday, where we'll be continuing on with Chapter 3. Hopefully, well, doing more patrolling, more side questing, maybe more main storying, but probably not. So, have a wonderful rest of your evening, everyone, and I hope to see you all again. Right, I keep forgetting to plug it, but if you guys want to get caught up on my Crossbow stuff, or on my Trails to Azure stuff, I've been posting the uncut VOD straight to my YouTube channel. which I should probably link, honestly. I should probably set up a YouTube command, shouldn't I? But yeah, so if you all are interested, I've been posting my uncut VODs straight to my YouTube channel right here. So give them a look if you want to get caught up on the story. They're pretty long because I stream for a long time lately, but yeah. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Hope to see you all later for some more Trails to Azure. Bye-bye.